see her.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Bry?
What's
They're
up?
from they're from they're from
Hmm.
they're from the south. It was just screwed. That's what it is.
I
They ain't
They
Northerners.
they ain't
They ain't
northerners
from
like
the
us.
Listen,
They
They
ain't
ain't
not.
northerners like
all
us.
I
And
gotta say, if your wood smelled as good as Shalice's, I'd be a fan of yours too. But her wood is amazing.
Thank you.
I could
all right,
smell it all day.
Oh, sniff it, baby.
all right. Hey everybody, what's
Hmm.
going on? Um, these two are killing me already. We've been on for 30 seconds. Ah,
We'll get into that later.
we'll get into what she's sniffing later. But Gunpowder Beauty's back from a short absence of having to work, and Miss
Oh, I
Shalice's
gotta
show
work
is
the next
back,
couple of days.
and A Trap is back for tonight. And it's good to see you. It's good to see Bri back.
It's gonna be limited because
Who's out in the?
I'm moving.
Yeah, I know, but it's always good to you know how I am, dude.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you're here, if I
I'm
send
moving.
it, you answer it, you're on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bri's moving again, folks.
I'm going east again.
He's
more
going east. He's down east.
How
Going
can you
down.
go more east?
He's down east.
I'll be able to see Canada from my front door.
First of all, he'll see the sunrise before you will.
Bingo.
Okay. There's a town that's kind of near him that actually sees the sunrise a minute. I think it's a minute.
Eastport
A
is going
minute.
to be about a 25-minute drive.
Yeah, but isn't it a full minute before everybody else does?
I think so.
Right. It's called Eastport, Maine, and you can actually. I want to say it's a full minute. I could be wrong, so don't. You know, you guys can Google it if you want. And anyways, they see the sunrise before anybody else. Anywho, who's been in and who's been out? Miss Shalisha Shal was first. P2E, what's going on, kid? You got your headphones with you, or you with your son? Just let me know, and I'll shoot you a link. Philly stopped in to say hello, but he's got to take off. Regulator 308. How have you been, my friend? It's great seeing you. Probably you remember Regulator, right?
I think so.
Jezzo, Gerald B, what's going on, kid? Oily is not going to join us on the panel tonight, but she's going to hang out in the chat for a little bit.
I have yet to be on a chat with her other than that short minute.
Winging it, Tracy. What's going on? Sounds cold. It gets cold up there. If you're referring to up to where up to Maine, yeah, that's yeah. It gets cold up there.
Don't worry, the globe is warming.
Hey, Trevor, what's going on? Trevor Fillmore, everybody. All right, I think that's about it. Yeah, so it does. It gets. You know what's amazing though is that Bangor got shipped for snow last year.
Yeah, they really didn't get a whole lot.
And then when I think about it, right? I mean, because the western part of the state, as you know, gets all the snow anyways. I think.
Yeah.
The western and north central, Allagash and all that bullshit,
Well,
But the thing is that I think it's the ocean.
Yeah, true. 2 years, Presque Isle on the northeastern side, they get a crap ton of snow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, Presque Isle's still going to be like 2.5 hours away from where I'm going to be.
Right.
Actually, you know who
Hello,
moved
Miss
to
Bowman.
Eastport a couple years ago? Randy Ronco, didn't he?
Did he really?
I think
Is that what?
so.
I haven't seen him like forever. I don't even see him on Instagrams or nothing.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing him move there.
Because I want to get one of those rods.
Yeah, I did too. I think I even ordered one, and we never met up to pay for it, and exchange and all that stuff.
That's odd. That's really odd.
Yeah.
Hello, Miss Bowman. How are you, sweetheart? Let your partner in crime. Oh, that's right. Tonight's Friday. No, it's okay. I got you. Never mind. was going to say let your partner in crime on Saturday night. Let him know that he has a link. But I think I already did I? Yeah, I already texted Johnny. Madawaska, Maine was nice, great bike ride.
Madawaska, it's in the St. John Valley. It's in between Presque Isle, Holton, and Fort Kent, like up in the
okay, right up on the
top
curve.
corner. Right up in the curve.
Gotcha. So that's cool. So we have another Mainer in here, Brian. I don't know if you ever met him. I don't mean like met him in person, but I don't know if he was in here the last time you were here. And that's Jezzo, Gerald B.
Possibly.
He's over in Hudson.
Oh, okay.
So, if you guys were here when we were offline, you'd be laughing your asses off because Miss Gunpowder Beauty is trying to explain to us a lighted candle. If you guys remember correctly, we did have a discussion on lighted candles, and I was just like, yeah, of course it's a lighted candle. What kind of candle don't you light? Of course, me being the wise ass that I am. But Miss Gunpowder Beauty found one. So those that remember the conversation, I feel bad because I was just breaking balls. So look, there it is. It lights up.
That's the wax that's lit, not the wick. The wick's way at the top because the candle's still full. I couldn't find those anywhere. She found them, so I promised her that I would give her one when I ordered them. And it took me 6 months to finally put it in the mail.
Hey, it happens. I still got to get Dish. I got Dish's thing, and she gave me. I texted her the other day, and she gave me her address. I still didn't do it.
Hold the box up. You'll get to it. Yeah, her box. I filled her box full of stinky fatwood shavings, and I decided to make a redneck glitter bomb, and then I decided to hold the box really still because you're shaking. There you go. Awesome. And so I thought, well, if the box is a complete mess and cool inside, but all over the place, I thought, I got all these extra YouTube stickers.
Nice. I like it. Yeah,
And this box is going to be saved forever.
Yeah, freaking Trevor would be closer to Brian than I will be.
I want some. Hey.
A nice doggy.
Say dried cod skin.
You want a Scooby snack?
Arf.
Whoa, Shaggy. Roro. Roro.
Come here. Sit.
Yeah, he's up there. Trev's up there in good old Canada.
Ah.
He got another moose. They got a moose last week.
Nice. Yeah, so
Yep.
I'm going to be like 5 houses up from the St. Croix, not 5 houses, 5 or 6 streets up from the St. Croix River, which is where the border is in the town that I'm moving to. And Calais is 20-minute drive.
Oh, so you'll have homeland up your ass, pretty much in your neighborhood.
Oh yeah, Trevor said he got 2 bulls.
He did. That's right. I stand corrected. He did. Yes, he did. I saw the video on. Real cool video too. Dude, his stand fell.
Ooh.
They weren't in it, thank God.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that a dog lapping?
yeah, he's drinking.
Yeah, he's drinking some water. So we're moving, so the apartment's real empty. So anything we do echoes in here.
Yep. I hate having an empty place like that, and it's just like,
Yeah, he was just drinking some water. The cats are looking around like, what the hell's going on?
speaking of cats, I just gave in, and I told my daughter she can have, because she's allergic to dogs, so I can't have my Belgian Shepherd. So, or my Siberian Husky. It was either going to be either or. But she's not allergic to cats. Yeah, can I get a cat? Sure. Only one condition. What's that? It has to be black.
Oh boy.
Why? I said, because I like black cats. I ain't gonna be one of those stupid looking tiger looking orange tabby. What was this friggin' guy's name on the cat's name on the goddamn commercial? Nope, ain't gonna be tabby.
Garfield.
Yeah, nope, none of those stupid. Just all jet black. Poof, that's it. I don't care what kind it is, as long as it's jet black. That's all I want.
Get a Maine Coon cat.
I had a Maine Coon. My mother had a Maine Coon. They're a pain in the ass.
They're like dogs.
Yeah.
They're just as big as something. Well, they're bigger than most.
Sometimes,
dogs.
yeah. Trev said he's on the East Coast next to close to Rexton.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Canada.
You're gonna be.
Yeah, probably a couple of towns just to go across when the border opens up to go eat. But
You can go drive though, right? You just because the border's open.
No.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
It has to be because I see trailer trucks with Quebec, Ottawa, everywhere. PEI, all of them.
Well, it may be just for like shipping and stuff like that.
Nova Scotia. You know what I mean? I see them all the time.
Huh.
Yep.
Interesting. Well, I gotta update my passport anyway because it's lapsed. So.
Oh.
And I'll just get the passport card, so it's easier to go back and forth.
Right.
Yeah.
They just have to swipe it if they want to know anything.
Basically.
Yeah, I can't get one. I can get a passport. It's an act of Congress for me to leave this country to go to Canada.
Yep.
So, but I'd rather stay. I'd like to go to Canada to do, I'd love to fish Canada, hunt, whatever. But there's too many places I want to see here first, I'm telling you, I'd give my left arm if I could stay up in like the Allagash area, like the 100 woods, 100 miles of woods area.
Oh, yeah.
I want a raccoon so I can teach it to sit up on its hind legs and wring its hands while I tell it to get something. Jay Watterson, how are you, kid? Good to see you. My friggin' wife's hair is everywhere. She fucking gives me one hug and it's all like.
Mine used to be till it all, back when I had it down to my fingertips, I had hair all over the house. Since I started medication after the transplant, this is all I get, and I hardly shed it all. It's weird. It's like a bonus and a loss at the same time.
I don't shed. See? It's hot.
Just pubic hair in the bathroom. Oh, family channel. Sorry.
Wow. Public hair in the bathroom.
Public hair in the bathroom. I hate that.
Public hair in the bathroom. But yeah, I can't. And this is the time of the year I love. So
this is for me. It takes a minute for me to.
What's that, like a wave or something? What do you call that?
Oh, it's just the side part.
Yeah, I haven't been able to freaking curl my hair to the side since I was about fucking, I don't know.
But I mean,
20.
This is after a day of cutting hair, so it's not like
right.
Fresh. It's what I do now is hair. So
it's I'll tell you what, it's been busy. It's getting busier. People are venturing. More people are venturing out. Um, I don't know whether it's because they're saying that now states and cities are going back to yellow, and so yeah, it's just.
Yeah, it's
But people are out and about and they're doing stuff, which is a good thing,
so
I think.
so we're still restricted here.
Yep.
As in we can't do any facial services, so no beards, no face shaves or anything like that. Like
Right.
we can blend in the sides type deal, but you can't have anything not covering your mouth.
Right.
New Hampshire allows face masks to come off for beard trims and face shaves.
Yep.
And Massachusetts allows beard trims but not full face shaves. So there's all that. So yeah, in Maine we're still have to mask up. But here's the interesting thing. Now I am moving east. I'm moving to a town like right outside of Calais,
Yep.
and I'm going to be trying to working at a barbershop in Calais. Calais came out a little while ago and said we're open for business. Straight up open for business. So what they're saying is anything you could do pre-COVID, you can do right now.
See, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I will probably still wear a mask. Just for not just for me, but for my girlfriend who's immunocompromised. So I don't need to be that person.
Right.
So
no, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But I go up there, and it's probably like it's Jess. It's gonna be the same way for you guys down there, right? I mean, there isn't. There's still a lot of people wearing masks. Did I freeze?
I thought you were asking him. Ask that question again.
To Gunpowder Beauty.
Depending on where you go. Like if you go into AT&T, no.
Weighing in the Tracy says a mask has as much chance of stopping a virus as your underwear has to stop the sting of your fart.
Did my internet cut out?
You're
A little
there.
bit. You're here now.
You're on.
No, because I got to tell you, when I go up to Bangor and stuff like that, and you can tell the further north you get, the lighter the rules get, because I walk in with my mask on and they're like, oh, there's the mask guy.
Okay.
There's the guy from Massachusetts because he's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And even in Bangor, they're not. You could tell all the people that aren't from there because we all have masks on.
I just err on the side of caution. And whatever.
Hey.
I
still use the, what do you call that? The pumps and everything? The sanitizer?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I would love to be back to the way things were and have everything be normal. But for right now, this is the normal, for me at least, in order to go back to work and to make my living. And because I'm an independent contractor, I don't qualify for unemployment. I don't make money unless people sit in my chair. So for me, I just do whatever I have to do to pay the bills and make it work. And if that means I got to wear a mask and my clients have to wear a mask, so be it. Does it suck? Yep. But I got to do what I got to do.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. It's, I don't know. What's it like in Michigander over there, Michigander?
I'm wearing a tank top.
No, but I mean the people. Are people still being cool about things, or are they being foolish?
People are still being cool about things.
Good. William Tracy says, "I don't wear a mask just to piss people off." No, I don't. Hey, winging it. I don't wear a mask if I'm on a sidewalk, or if I'm walking through the parking lot or something at a gas station. I don't wear my mask. I said, but when I walk in somebody's store and it says wear a mask, guess what? I'm wearing a mask. That's just how I am. But I'll tell you, it's I don't know. I'm with you though. I want to get it back to where it was before. So I don't know. It's just, and you know what's scary? It'll probably never go back to where it was before. I still think because of this pandemic that they're going to have, things are just going to be people are going to set precedents without even know they're going to set a precedent. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to go give somebody a handshake or a hug. Them days are fucking over. Unless they're a relative or your loved one or something. Them days are fucking over.
Mm.
Except when Gunpowder Beauty comes to fucking Massachusetts, and that's different.
I was about to say, it better not be like that, because you really gonna deny me?
No, I wouldn't do that. But I just think that's how it's going.
I have a customer that. No, well, I mean, it may be in some places, but I have a customer. I work in retail, and so where I live, it's a very senior citizen town, which I love.
Oh, you're in Florida?
No. But there's a lot of senior citizens here, and I have a couple of them that they either had their husband die or their wife die, and this pandemic has been hard on them because their children can't come see them. They don't have anybody around, and they just miss that interaction with another human being. And so I have a couple of them that I don't even care if they're wearing a mask or not. I give them hugs, ask them about their day, talk with them, socialize, catch up with been 3 days since it's on the last time, whatever. And it's just that little interaction with some of the people that it just makes it nice living in this town, because everybody knows everybody and everybody looks out for everybody. If somebody needs something, I've had a couple of customers come in and they're like, yeah, I'm here to pick up this, and this for so-and-so. And they just go drop it off at the port, and it's nice.
So you live in a town that what has what, 2 people per square mile?
I don't know, probably. I think our population is like 300.
Oh, why am I living where I'm living? Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
My goodness.
We're dropping our monthly payments by half just by moving to where we're moving.
I got the wife 70% going to Harmony. Right. She fell in love with it. She wants to go. And I'm like, listen, if I go, I'm going. As soon as the last one is done in school, I'm gone. Got 15 acres of land there, or 17 acres of land, or something. I don't know how much. With a 3-bedroom house on it.
Nice.
The one next door is, that has to come down, but he's got 22 acres of land, and that's for sale. And I'm like, she goes, honey, they have 3-4 bedroom kits for log cabins, and they're only, they start right on 80 something. I said, I know, honey, I know what they start at.
Mm-hmm.
Just trust me, I know what they start at.
Someone's been looking at it for years.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's just it's me when I show up in the winter and I go to New Hampshire in a fucking Hyundai. You know what I mean? And
I mean, I got a Jetta now.
yeah, but you had the truck when I first met you,
Yeah, true.
so it was easy for you to get around.
Mm.
I show up at a friggin' fishing tournament, right? Ice fishing tournament with a front wheel drive fucking Hyundai. Was it my Hyundai? Or was it my was it the Hyundai or was it the Dodge? What do you call it? I think it might have been a Dodge.
It might have been the Dodge.
Yeah. And anywho, it sucked. Oh no, the time we had was great. Driving home sucked.
Oh yeah, yeah, because it decided to be like 40-mile-an-hour winds all day and snowing and.
Yep. I'm like,
but the bear chili was on point, wasn't it?
oh my god. Have you two ladies or anybody else other than Brian and I, have you two ladies or anybody else in this chat ever had bear chili or bear anything? But bear chili to be specific.
No.
No,
Nothing.
I love beer chili, but I've never had beer.
Really? Let me tell you something. Have someone that you know, either A, take you, or B, whatever. Get your hands on some ground hamburger bear. All right. Oh my god. It was delicious.
Wow.
There was zero game taste in it, zero. You weren't tasting bear. You know what I'm saying? Like you weren't tasting what. Because if anybody has ever shot a bear, seen a bear, they stink.
Oh yeah.
Jay Watt.
The one I shot didn't stink.
No?
Nah.
Jay Watt, bear as in BEAR.
Actually, he's off the wall now. He's on the floor. He's traveling tomorrow. Yeah, he's traveling tomorrow.
That'd be funny. You put him on the friggin' your back deck up there.
What's up, babe?
Yeah, let me
Oh,
I missed you.
there he is.
He was good.
Yeah.
He tasted really good. But for you guys, I'm telling you, if you get the chance, you get the opportunity, roll with it. I'm telling you, you'll love it. You will. Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Kyle. Squirrel. Uncle Kyle, hope things are well.
Hi, Uncle Cal.
Wow. I just say hi, and they all jump. The two of them, Uncle Kyle, jump out of their seats for you. Wow. He'll be happy to see that. Trevor loves bear sausages. Yep. Jay Watt, I didn't taste the grease, to be honest with you. And that's like the third time I've had bear. Done right. Oh man, I'm telling you. Ooh. But you guys gotta try it if you're ever if the opportunity arises for you.
So Jay Watt, bear's greasy. It depends on how it's prepped and how it's butchered. My bear wasn't greasy, but my buddy and I butchered it. We probably took off more than we needed to, but it wasn't greasy. It was very good, very lean.
Yeah, you still have that video up, don't you?
I do. It's my highest video. I think it's up to like 6,500 views or something like that.
Right.
Oh, hey, Mikey.
What's up?
So, I don't know if I told you, I got hooked into this Operation Reboot Outdoors. It's their guides for veterans, and they do free service, bring you out for free type deal. They just got done bear season. They shot a crap ton of bear, and they rendered down all the fat. And he's going to give me like 15 pounds of rendered down fat. So I'm going to be making pie crust with bear fat.
Nice.
And because of barbering and all that stuff, I'm going to experiment with making some soaps and shave soaps. Because there's some shave soaps that you can like whip with a brush that
Right.
You use beef tallow or beef fat. And I'm just going to exchange the beef fat for bear fat and try that and try to use bear fat, render down bear fat in different ways.
That's a process. I seen a couple of videos on that. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
How it all boils down.
Maybe a bear fat candle too. I hear you can make candles out of them.
Will it light up? Just
Oh yeah. Yep.
I thought Shalisa would like really like that one, but she didn't. She went right over her head. Shalisa, you sleeping on me over there? Did you hear what I said? Will the candle light up?
Did you see my big grin, Migo?
All right, there we go.
So yeah, I'm planning on doing a thing of shave soap for a batch of shave soap, and I found a blueberry and thyme scent that I'm going to use.
Oily says cool kudos on the on making the soap. She said if you use an immersion blender, soap making is easy.
Yeah, I definitely need to buy that. We have 2 crock pots, so one of the crock pots I'm going to use for doing the soap making stuff and all that. So,
Looking at Tracy says elk is my favorite. I've never had wild elk. I've only had
wild elk is very good.
I've only had farm raised.
I've had it in like a beef stew style. It's really good.
I got it up in I got it up at what do you call it? Across from Loudy's in across from what do you call it in Errol? What's the name of the outfitters up there in Errol, New Hampshire?
Shit, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, there's only one restaurant in the whole goddamn town.
Oh, probably.
And they had elk in the menu, and they still do. They have it every year.
Oh, there's one in Loudon. The Hungry Buffalo.
Is that Loudon or Bonstead? Bonstead has the white buffalo.
It's Loudon.
Winging it. I've seen people make soap on videos too. It is something to watch. It's really interesting how they do that.
I think I'm going to end up doing the hot process because you can hot process and cold process it.
Yep. Oily says just make sure to use a soap calculator for your recipe, as measurements change depending on the type of oil or oils you use.
I have a recipe book, Oily, that's specifically for men's shaving and like creating your own soap. So it has everything broken down into weight by grams.
What do you got there, Shalisa? Share with the class.
Handmade soap that's been all cut.
Homemade soap.
Homemade soap and swirls of whatever fragrance. Excuse me.
Scent. I got you. Yep. I know what you meant.
Oils.
What?
So, yeah.
I know what you meant.
This is patchouli.
What did you just say it was?
I said you're a patchouli. It's patchouli.
Cool. The kid beside us up where I go hunting, up in part of Rangeley, Maine, but it's a village. They call it a Quasic. The guy beside us, they make their own soaps. He makes a soap just for him to shave. I don't know Is it a soap or is it a cream? I don't know. I'm not one of these guys that can take a bar of friggin' Irish Spring soap, lather it up, put it on his face, and shave. I can't do that. I can't. I have to use shaving cream to shave. I can't shave dry. I can't shave with hot water. I get girly skin. That's why a lot of times people see me unshaved. It ain't because I'm what do you call it? It's because sometimes when the dry heat hits, hang on, Brian. When the dry heat hits, I get blotches and I can't shave because my skin actually. I can just go like this to scratch it, like very lightly. I'll be bleeding in seconds.
Yeah. So
Here you
this
go, bro.
is shave soap right here. This is a
Nice.
hot process. So I didn't make this. It's
The Holy Black Secret Stash.
yeah. I'm a big fan of their products. They're a couple of brothers who make stuff out of their who before they bought a warehouse made stuff out of their garage, just the two of them.
Right.
So they do a lot of small batch stuff, and they make shave soaps, and I use their safety razor and their synthetic brush because I wet shave my neckline, and then I use an actual straight razor on my top line.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, I have two of their soaps. I have their original, which is a gunpowder and spice scent, and then that one is called the Neroli Plus. It's kind of like an herbal fragrant type deal. And then I have Parasso Sandalwood, the red shave soap.
No way.
I love this.
No way. Trevor Fillmore said we used to spend a few weeks in the summer back when he was a teen at Providence Lake on the border of New Hampshire. I know exactly where he is.
Yeah. Yeah, so do
And
I.
so don't you. You ready? And he used to remember eating at the Poor People's Pub. Poor People's Pub was like a mile from my cousin's place. Fucking small world. Are you going to do a video on making you all the goodies, Mr. NH Trapper?
Once I get the recipe down, yes.
There you go, Oily.
Once I figure out how to do it and not mess it up, basically.
Try a straight razor. I don't buy disposable razors anymore. Ooh, yeah, he does. I can't use a straight.
Yeah,
there's no way.
So the straight razors that I buy, I buy the Gillette 7 o'clocks. They're yellow. It's a 2-pack. Well, it's a double blade. So the safety razor takes the double blade, and then I just snap in half to use in my straight razor. But what do I pay for 100 blades? I think it's like $12.95 from Amazon with free shipping. And I mean, I have a beard, so I just do this once a week. So I go through one razor blade a month. So I get 4 shaves out of it, and that lasts me a couple years. That'll last me a couple years.
Wow.
So for razors, I spend like, I think it's 2.3 or 2.4 cents every time I shave. Every time I shave, not just like what the razor costs itself, but every time I shave, it costs me like a couple of cents instead of buying a pack of 5 Gillette.
Yeah, I mean that's what
Gillette
I got to do.
blades,
Right, and that's what I need. I have to buy Gillette, and they have to be sensor. I have to use.
Yeah.
I have to use Noxema because that's how bad my face is. And guys, friends of mine still laugh at me, but it's just like the way life is. You know, I wasn't gifted.
Not everybody can wet shave.
I wasn't gifted with rough skin. I guess I don't know, but oh, there you are, Mario.
One of these days, though, I'm going to start all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a good friend of mine who's a barber down in Massachusetts at Razor's Barbershop. He goes by
Razor.
Anthony Shaves. And on YouTube, he's Anthony Shaves the World. He
Really?
he did a video at the barbershop I work at, and I was there while they were filming the video and all that stuff. They did a nice, what do they call it, a teddy boy haircut, which is the teddy boy. It's the grease haircut. You know, it's got the elephant trunk.
Yeah.
They call it the teddy boy. They did a nice, like, prim and proper teddy boy haircut. And he is a Parasso ambassador. And Parasso is like an old school post-war Italian shave company that is phenomenal shaving products. And I'm going to make him rip my beard off. Because I've never had a hot towel shave before. So I want to, I do them all, you know, I used to do them all the time, but I've never had one done. So I kind of want to go through the process of getting it done.
Soap hardens quickly, huh?
Yeah, with the hot and cold process, yeah, you got to.
No, did you make a Mario? I sent you a link, kid. Shalisa, did you how did you, like, did you got yours is square, yes? So would you use, don't laugh at me because I don't know, but this guy that I watched on YouTube, he actually had like this mold thing, and he just poured it into that. It looked like it looked like a mold thing to me anyway.
Those are for like bar soaps.
Yep. Like the one Shalisa made, right?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is get like the tin that I had in my hand. I'm going to get stuff like that.
Okay.
And pour the soap into that because
because then you can use it as right, like the Old Spice.
And all you do with that is you just load the brush, and then you use a bowl to whip it up and make your shaved cream. And then you even build the lather further on your face.
Yeah, like the old Old Spice dish.
Yep.
I think my father still has his. Yep.
I got one on Amazon called Q Shave, and what you do is you put hot water in it. So it's got a chamber so you can put hot water in it, so that the ceramic gets, and then while you're in the shower, you set in hot water with the hot water in it and around it, and then when you take it out, the ceramic's hot. So when you're mixing up your lather for your soap, you get hot lather on your face.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good night, Oily. Feel better.
She's right with the coconut oil, though. It's good for lathering, but it can be harsh for some people's skin.
Yep. You know, Oily. She knows her. They don't call it. Her name isn't Oily for nothing.
Yeah.
She knows her oils.
Almond oil is good for the skin.
Hemp seed oil is one of the best ones for the skin.
Really?
Hemp seed oil, jojoba, sweet almond. Yep. I dabbled with making some beard balms and beard oils when I was first in school for barbering and stuff like that. It's a lot of science behind it, a lot of measuring.
Right. So you have to measure the hell out of yours for your bar of soap there, Shalisa?
What's that?
You got to do a lot of measurements and everything for your bar of soaps that you make?
I haven't made them yet. I bought this one.
Oh, you bought that one. Okay.
Yeah, you have to because and you actually have to wear gloves and eye protection at some point because it's stearic acid that you're using and mixing it with water.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it can mess up your blood, can't it?
If you get it straight on you, it'll mess up your skin before like the soap process happens and all
Right.
that stuff. Before you mix it all up, you can really give yourself like 2nd and 3rd degree burns with it.
Jesus.
That why that costs $6.99?
$6.99 for a bar of soap.
I swore I wouldn't buy another, and here I went and bought another.
Costs $6.99 because you're paying. Someone's
You pay.
charging
Well,
for the-
yeah. Somebody made
they're
it. So
charging
you're
for their
paying.
labor.
Right. You're paying for the exactly.
It wasn't like mass produced by some cheap labor place
Yeah.
or something.
Right.
I mean, if I'm making soap and selling it, shave soap in a 6-ounce tin like that, I'm gonna sell it for $18 to $20,
Right.
and I'm gonna sell
Well,
it
you
for
have
that
to though
because
too. I
someone's
mean,
gonna get a lot of usage out of that.
right.
Well, way back when we used to make our own shit and just trade with each other.
This is true.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta.
I mean, if somebody had something of similar value to trade, I'd trade a thing of soap if they wanted one.
You know, I'll tell you, that's one thing that this pandemic is bringing back a little bit, not a lot, but it's bringing back a little bit. Is either trading or just bartering. Period.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, I don't care what people say. There's people that say, "Oh, you should never be able to barter." Let me tell you something. In certain times, whether it's certain times or not, even in certain circumstances, you want to barter away. People do it on friggin' Craigslist. They do it on all these Let Go, all these sites to sell something. They do it all the time. I seen a guy the other day getting rid of a trailer, willing to trade for a friggin' Harley, no less than a 2010. And I'm like, you know what I mean? So it's the same frickin' thing.
Yeah, you see it more in the trades.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of, hey, I need something from you, and
Right.
I got something I can offer you type deal.
Right.
Like, hey, man, I need some electric wired up. I'll give you it's going to cost me like $300. I'll give you $300 worth of haircuts or $500 worth of haircuts type deal, or
Right.
Stuff like that.
Right.
And trade it like that. Yeah, we're each not getting paid for our services, but at the same time we are.
You are. You just don't have it in paper form or electronically in your bank account.
Yeah, exactly.
And so this is why I think it's like when I was in the construction, we used to do it all the time. I work with a plumber, and the framers would be like blah blah blah, and he's like yeah, and or it could be as simple as a neighbor having a sink issue one night, and he'll call my other neighbor up. He'd go over, but then, Scott would be doing whatever. My neighbor Scott, he was a plumber. He'd be doing something. That neighbor that he helped out, they'd come up and whatever. Everything always got paid for. In other words, you know what I mean? It's just there was no money ever no money ever left anybody's hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I find that system rather unique, and I kind of like it.
I mean, it's one of those like I'll scratch your back if you scratch my back kind of deal.
Exactly. Exactly.
Trevor's got the right idea.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said Trevor's got the right idea
I've been
here. He's
thinking,
like, I've been thinking hard about raising a couple of pigs next summer and selling one to a butcher to pay the expenses for raising mine. I got a buddy who raises like 3 pigs at a time and sells 2 and keeps 1 for himself. And he pays for all the food that he bought, plus he gets a little bit more in his pocket so he can buy the next round of pigs.
Yeah. The thing with pigs is they say do it in pairs.
Yeah.
Or more. You know what I mean? Like your buddy has the 3.
Yeah.
They say don't do a single. He says they don't.
No, because they're so.
They don't do singular. They don't do well. But I know I've told my wife, I've said it on this chat a million times. I'd give my left arm to be able to have a big enough place that I could have a place that I could have a couple of pigs, a shit ton of chickens, about 5 or 6. No, I don't want like a full farm. I'm not milking no fucking cows. I don't really like looking at a fucking goat. It's not me.
Yeah.
I'd raise a steer just to slaughter it. You know what I'm saying? But so looking into this, I want to say, because he started in March, and he said it was like $50. I think he said it came down to like $50 or $55 a month or something. For the feed, and it's all protein shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously he gave him table scraps, all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But he said he'd rather do it all. He says because if you get with the wrong butcher, it could be not.
Yeah.
You have to know the butcher, or you're not going to get your return on. It's like taking a deer to a butcher. If you don't know the guy.
You may not even get your deer back. You might
exactly
get somebody else's deer back.
Right.
With being able to do it yourself and package it up yourself is obviously to your advantage.
Oh, without a doubt.
But
because now you're paying $50, $55 a month, and that's for two.
Yeah.
If
you can get in good with a school or something like that, where you get in with their kitchen and be like, hey, all your vegetable scraps, let me have them. Usually they'll give them to you for free,
Yep.
So that way you lessen the amount of feed that you're putting down and only using it as a protein,
a supplement for it. Yeah.
Just a supplement piece, because you can really shape how the meat tastes by what you feed it.
And it all depends what kind of pig you get too.
True. How fast do they grow?
Yep.
How much, with stuff like that, and what's the ideal weight to butcher at? That's the biggest question. Is what's the ideal butchering weight?
MCK, how the hell are you? See, now that all depends what you want too, because, and again, it all depends what kind of pig you got. Because if I'm not gonna sit here and try to think I can name all these different names of pigs, but the ones that get up to like 500-600 pounds,
your land rate.
They only want them for the fat. You know what I mean? Well, not only, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That they want to render a lot of that fat, a lot of that, lard. Excuse me. And they want their bacon, and they want, but it all depends, because the guy.
Well, I mean,
Jeff that has two. This guy Jeff has two. He doesn't live too far from me.
Up north of 60.
Terry is. What's up? One of his moose was $470 to get it cut up.
Oof.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. No, but like with pigs, some are better for bacon, some are better for ham, some are better for all that stuff.
Yep.
And it really is like what you feed them is how they're going to taste too.
Exactly.
Especially deer. Like you can tell a deer that's been feeding off oaks all year versus a deer that's been in a cornfield all year.
Yep.
I mean, it's completely different.
Versus the urban deer eating the friggin' neighbor's flowers all year.
Yep. And guess what, Mikey? All the bear that are going to be down east are out of blueberry fields.
Yep. And that's the thing. I mean, it's like the bear that I had that you shot, the bear that I had that Ed shot,
Yep.
the bear that I had that my buddy Mike shot. Every one of them in the woods.
Yep. They're all oak fed.
You know, and you know, they weren't shot in North Conway, where it was probably, you know, 4 months out of the year. It's a dumpster bear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 200 pounds is a good size for pig. Yeah. Again, Trevor, it's in all of what you, because I know a lot of guys that hunt. You see these guys that are hunting hogs, you know, on all these videos. They're taking like, you know, 180s, you know, somewhere in that ballpark, 200. You know,
225 to 235 on the hoof. After you gut it, brings it down to about 180 to 200.
right. Gia said he'd like to do American guinea hogs. I'm not familiar with that breed of pig. Deer can be gamey tasting. Winging it, it could be. However, again, it's like Bryce said earlier about the bear meat. It's all in how you're going to prep that and where it's been eaten. Okay.
Yeah.
And
the biggest thing with hanging wild game is to let it hang, let it bleed. You want to hang a deer for 4, 5, 6 days, maybe even 7. You want to kind of age that meat. What you're doing is you're letting all the blood run out of what you're tasting. That gamey taste is the iron content in the blood. So the longer you let that animal hang and bleed out and all that stuff, the less gamey it's going to taste. And that's about it. Just be patient with it.
Yep. I don't let my deer hang, I think. Let me see, one. It hung up in Maine for, let me see, I shot it Wednesday, so it hung up Wednesday morning. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Came home on Sunday. Hung up my brother's garage. And then we took it Monday. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you had like, what, 5, 6 days of hang?
Something like that. 5. I think I let it hang 5 days.
So my bear, because bear is early September, and it's still really hot. So hanging it's not a good idea.
Right.
I stuffed it with ice overnight, and then first thing next morning took it to get weighed real quick, and then shot up to my buddies. We skun it out, we quartered it up, and then we let it sit and drip, basically quartered up in a fridge for 6 or 7 days.
Yep.
And when we were cutting it, the meat was partially frozen, which makes cutting meat that much easier.
Yeah, here's another quick thing. If you're ever doing hamburg, ground beef, however you want to look at it, pork, I don't care what the hell you're grinding up here for all right? If you don't, get it right before it's totally frozen. Trevor says if you debone it, deer, it also takes that out of there. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
If you debone it, you got to make sure. So winging it, people got to make sure, because some people forget winging it, right? Because my wife did. Let me tell you the stench that was in my house. Let me tell you about the stench that was in my house when I walked through the door. She forgot to take off, because we did it ourselves. So I knew that I had to take off some more of the, what do you call it? Right. I'm losing my mind here.
The fat and the sinew?
The sinew on the meat. So, and I said to my wife, I reminded her, I says, you see that silver shit? You got to take that off before you put that anywhere.
Skin.
I says, just take my fillet knife, put that side down, decide that so put the meat up, and then just do this with my fillet knife. I says it'll come right off. It'll be fine. I walked through my door. Oh, and I knew right away what she did. And I'm like, she says, honey, I tried. I goes, yeah, you know what happens? You didn't take that shit off, did you? She goes, oh, yeah, I forgot. I said, yeah. I said, I ain't eating that. And she learned, trial and error. Another way is, too, another way, too, is some people say, I think it was Stump. Shalisa, was it Stump that told me that you put it in buttermilk?
Yes.
I've never had it in buttermilk. Oh, good night, Gunpowder Beauty. Well, if not, she just fell out. Maybe she'll come back.
Yeah,
But,
the phone died.
Oh.
Buttermilk is more for me. It's more for chicken, like for frying. So chicken and alligator, stuff like that.
Yep.
It's kind of a myth that the buttermilk will take the gamey taste away and stuff like that. I don't know if you've ever heard of Steven Ranella. He's the meat eater on Netflix and stuff like that.
Mm.
So his whole thing, he has a hunting show, and his whole thing is about conservation and also eating what you kill. And he usually cooks what he kills on the show and stuff like that. I get his emails and stuff like that when they go out, and that one actually came up not too long ago, and he was kind of like, you know what? It's on everybody's taste, but buttermilk really doesn't kill the gamey taste.
Doesn't?
No. Buttermilk is good for when you're getting ready to fry something. No.
They said just to take the, what do you call it, out of it. Some of those gamey tastes. I mean, along with what you said, obviously. She lets, what's her name? Gunpowder Beauty says she lets it soak for 12 hours in buttermilk when we are making deep fried deer. But she's frying it, so yeah.
Yeah. But all buttermilk is like milk with vinegar in it. And it just tenderizes the meat. I think that's the easiest way to make homemade buttermilk is milk and white vinegar or something like that.
I've never made it. I've never even seen it made. I've never made it.
I think.
Hey, in the compound with Clyde, what's going on? We don't age anything, but beef we usually cook. Some of that deer in camp or hog. Yep. But yeah, so I gotta go somewhere where there's hogs, and I'm not paying for. I'm not going to shoot them out of a pen, and I'm not, well, that's going to cost you $600 if you shoot that hog, because that hog weighs fucking 110 pounds. No, fuck you. I'd rather just go in the woods, have a local take me. I don't give a shit. I'll even pay the local. You know what I mean?
Always got to tip your guides.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll tell you what. Right in the cooler, right in the ice chest, ice it down.
Yep.
And I'll be friggin' icing it all the way back to Massachusetts. When we kill a deer, we'll soak it in a cooler for 2 days on ice. Yep.
Yep. It's just
on ice,
the blood.
A few times. Yep. Absolutely. It's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, when I've never even watched them do an elk. To be honest, I mean I've seen them bow hunt with elk for elk and stuff like that, but I've never seen anybody process an elk or prepare it to eat it. So I don't I don't have an answer to because he was saying how there's no gamey taste in elk. The farm raised elk I had, you could tell I was eating something that wasn't bought in a store. Let me say it that way.
It's like eating bison meat. Like
Yeah.
it's not hamburger.
It's like moose.
Oh, moose! There's nothing like moose meat. Moose meat.
I love moose meat. I think moose meat's the best meat I ever had.
It's from the heavens. It's incredible.
I'm with you, Trevor. I eat the heart too. People laugh at me. I eat the heart all the time. In the compound with Clyde, yes. Possum is very greasy. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had it. And there's reasons why I won't. I've talked to 4 people that have had it, and 4 people have told me they got sick. So it's like people eating turtle, right? I'm like, nope, that's all I need to hear. Arkansas has those hogs for free. Come on down. Clyde, don't even tease me because I would and ask Brian. Brian, you get down together. All right, because he'll grab me on the way down. We'll fly out of fucking Manchester.
I even bought a 300 blackout rifle just to be able to go hog hunting.
See that, Clyde? He's even got the gun for it. Me, I'm gonna bring an air gun, or I don't know, maybe the Mauser or something. I don't know. Jezzo says his wife doesn't like deer meat, but she loves the moose meat.
God, moose meat is so good. There's a family member of my girlfriend's that got drawn this year in the moose lottery. So
Oh yeah.
If they tag out, we may have a little bit of moose meat in the freezer this year.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to tag a deer this year.
I just bought my the other night. I just sat here at my computer. I bought my mass hunting license. I got my archery stamp. I got my bear permit and my doe permit for a cool. I forgot how much it cost me. What did it cost me? So it cost me $22.50 for the license. Wildland stamp resident is $5. It's $5 for a doe permit. $5.10 for an archery stamp. $5 for a turkey. And $5 for a bear permit. Cost me a grand total of $50.41.
This is what I have here.
Oh.
Where is it?
Hang on, let me click on it. Mario came in and left. I told him he had a link. Oh, cool.
Complimentary disabled vet fishing and hunting license. And gotta have the trap.
Stump, you want to come on, kid?
So yeah, I got lifetime now hunting, fishing, trapping license in the state of Maine.
Stump, you gotta come on. Brian's with us. Brian's not with us long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's it been, like a year and a half?
No, it hasn't been that long.
Oh Christ, it's been at least a year.
No, you were on with me. You were on with me right before COVID, weren't you? I think it was right before COVID you were on.
January, February, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, because then you came up to visit me like that next week or so.
Yep. Clyde says he shoots the hogs with a 338. Can I pronounce that right? Lapua mag.
That's a little overkill.
Yeah, I will call you a kid. You want to come on, kid, or what? You're an ass.
Kid?
Only Mike would call a 45-year-old kid. That's how we talk up here.
You calling me a kid?
Hey, Stump, I keep using your expression. People laugh at me like I got 3 heads. I go, yeah, well, and I tell them right off the rip, I go, listen, I goes, as a buddy of mine would say, that's sharper. That's so sharp you can shave the hair off a frog's ass. And they look at me. How do you know that there's hair on a frog's ass? Because I don't. It's just an expression I picked up. By the way, I meant to tell you, Stump, boy's getting pretty big. Just saying. I meant to tell you that's the last time I talked to you on the phone.
Yeah, I've only got a few minutes left.
Yeah, so get in here, Stump.
5:30. 5:30 comes early.
Yeah, it does.
I got my favorite haircut that I do at the shop is coming in first thing at 8 a.m. So it's going to be a good way to start out my day.
Gear.
Give it to early yet.
I'm getting old. This is late for me now.
I got up at 5. I only had 2 hours of sleep. I know I won't last long tonight.
So Clyde's down in Arkansas.
Dear bear.
He's got gator. That would probably scare. I think I'd rather walk by a fucking hungry fucking black bear with an abscessed tooth than fucking walk by a gator. Just saying.
Stump is thinking about getting a haircut.
Stump, I sent you a link on Facebook. You got to come in and talk to him before he leaves. Come on. 2 minutes, bro.
Has that man even had a haircut or a beard trim in the last 15 or 20 years?
Yes. He got it all taken off. He was in the hospital.
Last store-bought trim was 20 years ago.
There you go. Stump, come on. Will you come in here?
I don't know. I do fancy haircuts now.
Joe B said, I haven't run across any animal that I can't drop in the state of Maine with my 7mm Remington mag or my 30-06.
No, because hers are single use. She just throws them out. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, you're driving. I didn't know you were driving. Did you already say that and I wasn't paying attention again? Sorry, buddy.
No, I didn't see him say that before. Yeah, I do a bunch of fancy stuff now. Well, at least for another week and a half.
HRM, what's up? Yeah, you ain't doing no fancy shit up there, kid.
No.
You're going to be like fucking number 8 Tupperware bowl.
4 back and sides.
Be back in the 60s or 70s when you were a kid sitting in a fucking chair and your mother was like,
Yep.
Ma, really?
It's all right. I have my own my style, my flair, and I'm gonna bring that with me. I'm not gonna change.
Why would you?
A lot of what I do. It's got me so as far as I've gotten now, and I've only been cutting hair for 14 months, 13 months, professionally.
No, I'm sure there's people. I'm sure there's, especially young guys.
Yeah,
20s,
I love it when somebody comes in with hair down the middle of their back and they're just like, do whatever you want to do. And I give them this nice, classic, long trim, slick back haircut. And they walk out of there loving it. Because it's the easiest haircut to give somebody who's got long hair because they're already pulling it straight back anyway.
Right.
So Just give them a little slick back that they can do up as a slick back, a Vanguard, a Pompadour, whatever.
HRM, what's going on, kid? HRM says down in Creole, gators they wash up on the roadsides tonight. No shit, huh?
Number 8 buzz cut. That's a 1-inch all over. I don't use any guards above a 4 because then it's my fingers and I dictate length from there.
That's why I take those guards off and I just do this.
Gear says he's been his own barber for 20 years.
Yeah, well, he hasn't grown a hair on his head in the last fucking 19 and a half, so
Stump,
he's like, man.
I'm going east, Stump. I'm going to damn near Canada here in 2 weeks.
See, now Clyde's fucking killing me here because he's just teasing us now. Clyde's just teasing us now.
What, timber rattlers? Yeah, frig that. I'm out.
I ain't worried about rattlers.
That's why I don't.
Snakes don't bother me.
Oh, dude, no.
Dude, trust me. But I don't care what it is. Snake won't bother me.
It's an animal that moves without legs. No.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm more afraid of a fucking centipede than I am a fucking snake.
Anything that moves without legs.
See, I don't like centipedes. I don't like cockroaches. I don't like pinches. I don't like all them little fuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't do it.
That's awesome. Nice job, Ryan. He's got black bears too.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go down and you gotta get settled in. And then we're gonna have to go shoot some pigs.
It might be a year or so.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Money.
It's gonna save some money. I gotta get it. One of us gotta get a pickup because we can't be traveling down south with fucking a Saturn and whatever yours is.
Volkswagen Jetta.
There you go. That'd be just too funny. Stump just knifes his off every once in a while just to do his beard and his hair. $60 Wallace Senior from eBay and a little practice, and Mikey could do fade cuts and high and tights all day for beer and Mountain Dew. Money. Nope, I'm good. Shit, when I was a kid, you go to the Bobby, you sat there, you read Playboy as they cut your hair. Yeah, no, snakes, Trev, I don't know. Snakes don't bother me. I don't mind snakes. I seriously, I just can't. Gators kind of scare me. But I guess if you're in a tree, a gator can't get you, right?
Yeah, the cat sounds like a chainsaw. He's loud.
Yeah, how's he gonna do with the new digs?
So he'll be crying.
Holy shit! Not for nothing. Shalisa's gonna get pissed off at me because I'm here twice a week. And then the next following week, I'm there 3 times a week. So I consider myself a part-time mainer. So now I'm on here with 2 mainers. And I got a mainer out in the friggin' thing. So now, guess what, Shalisa? These fucking days are over. And palm knockers.
Patty Whacker.
I've been picking it. Brian, I used to pick on Shalisa because, well, not just Shalisa, but there was a time when it was me and five people from Michigan on my chat.
Yeah, a lot of Michiganders.
Yeah. Gunpowder Beauty, Guns Girl Kate, John M.I. Woodsman, Dish, Steve. I go on and on and on and on.
But Gunpowder Beauty now, she's in Missouri now, right?
Yep. But
No, Clyde, that's not.
It was clever.
Clyde, that's not what I meant, brother.
It's not Missouri, it's Misery. I've been there. It's Misery.
It's Missouri.
Clyde,
Missouri.
hang on, I got.
We always called it Missouri.
I got to explain something to Clyde. Clyde says we're not that backwards that we don't know what a Saturn and a Volkswagen Jettas are. No. I'm not saying that you don't know what a Saturn and a Volkswagen. Those are the vehicles that Brian and I drive. So we can't come down the south.
We ain't hauling pigs around in that.
Yeah, we ain't hauling pigs around in a Jetta, a Volkswagen Jetta or a Saturn. So we're gonna have to get ourselves a good old pickup, beat up, whatever. I'll just come down and borrow John's. I'll give him my car for the fucking week.
I got a brand new F-150. I'm trying.
There you go. See that?
Trying to get registered. Still have not got into the registration shop.
I'll meet you down the annex.
Well, you got to call and make an appointment now.
Brian, I'll meet you down the annex. I call John the annex because he's he lives in Annexville, the Massachusetts Annexville.
Yeah, we don't. They're not acknowledging anything here. You either wait in the line or get the fuck out.
What town are you in?
I'm in Springville.
Where's that?
Sanford.
Oh Jesus.
We have our own. I
told you he's in the friggin' Massachusetts belt.
We have our own DMV.
Saco.
You in where?
Right. You're in Saco?
Yeah, but you're not. You guys have worse. You guys have worse lines.
Yeah, worst.
I went to Scarborough, turned around, and fucking left.
Why?
You're fucking high. I'm not staying on that line. No way.
Why? You go to Scarborough, Saco. Route 1's a tit now. There's nobody there.
No, the lines for DMV are insane.
Yeah, because everybody's put it off for the last.
Friday was raining, and they have people standing outside the rain. That you don't. If you get in your car, fuck you. You lost your spot in line. You're out.
The one in Portland off Exit 8 off 295.
I can't take him there to do that.
I'm just saying that one there. You want to talk about a line?
Oh yeah.
I drove by him the other day. It's down the fucking street.
Mm-hmm.
I work in Portland. Portland's a hellhole.
You know what the hell's the name of the street when you come off 295 at Exit 8, right?
How do I not know? How do I not know this guy here, this New Hampshire trapper that he works in?
You never know it, Bry?
No, I was in Portland for. I've worked in Portland, in and out of Portland, for 2 decades.
So I work on Forest Ave in a barbershop called Black Door. Black Door Barber Company above Black Door Tattoo on Woodford's Corner.
Oh, I ran all the Home Depots in Maine since there were Home Depots in Maine, and then I ran the Men's Warehouses in Maine and New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I run Manchester, New Hampshire, both of them here in Maine.
I'll be right back.
I mean, I've been there for a year. I was in New Hampshire for a while, and then life happened and a whole bunch of changes. And I moved back to Maine, which is where I'm from. I was up in the Augusta area, and I decided to go to barber school. And then I landed a job in Portland in what I consider to be the best shop in Maine. And then in 2 weeks, I'm moving to damn near like 20 minutes outside of Calais.
Oh, wow. Now, I have a lot of friends there. Calais is nice.
So be moving to Baileyville.
Okay.
And then I have an interview at a barbershop on Sunday in Calais.
Now, have you done Little Town before?
I grew up in a small town outside of Augusta, so yeah, I've done little-ish town. Yeah. I like small town.
Small towns are nice as long as you realize that when you're in a small town, Everybody.
Oh, everybody knows you and your business.
That's right.
Yeah. No, my girlfriend's from that area, so we're moving back home for her, and
That's good.
I don't
That's
care.
awesome.
I love it. I was in small town New Hampshire where it was everybody knows your business, so I'm used to that kind of stuff. But
See, in this town here has got 3,000 people, and I'm like, I am suffocating. There are people everywhere, and it's driving me fucking nuts. I cannot stand it.
Callis is about 3,500.
There's too many fucking people here, Mike. I can't deal with it. It's just too many fucking people.
And Baileyville's 1,500, and we have the biggest lot inside, like the town area itself, and it's a half acre.
I was born in Buxton at Hayes Mansion.
Yep.
Where King Cold Chips was.
Yep.
That was my family. We had 5 miles that way and 2 miles that way. Nearest neighbor.
Yeah. I
like that. I prefer, town to be 25 miles that way. Where I know right where it is, and 25. If you're from Maine, then 25 miles ain't shit. Doesn't really matter.
It's 30 minutes on the back roads because you're doing 80 on them anyway. Right.
So it doesn't. 25 miles don't matter. Just as long as I don't got to deal with any goddamn people coming to my house saying you can't do this, you can't do that. That's what I don't like. I don't want anybody coming and telling me what I got to do with this and what I got to do with that.
Yeah. Well, you got to go north of Bangor.
So, okay, so I have roughly, as of 2016, this thing has jumped severely since then, but as of 2016, there's 32,000 people in my town.
I'd be dead.
All right.
I would fucking be dead.
There's 32,000 people in my town, right? We're the second
city I've lived in.
We're the second most populous town with an open town meeting because we don't, no mayor. For those who don't know what the hell that is, we don't have a mayor. Thank God. All right. And you ready for this? The town is 21.3 square miles. So not a small town, right?
Well, like where he is,
but
where he is right now, it's nuts there too. I mean,
so this will shake up John. So for every square mile, there's 1,379 people.
That's nuts, man. Now,
there's almost more people in a square mile. There's more people 3 square miles in my town than there is in John's whole town. Although you are part of Sanford too, right?
No, Springvale's a separate town. It's just under the guidance of Sanford's the mother,
So you don't have your own. You go in the Sanford Fire Department and all that, please.
Yeah, right there. Right, you know the Sanford.
Yeah.
It's right by my house. Yeah, Springvale Fire Department, Springvale Town Hall, Springvale DMV. But now, last time I was in Saco, I went to go buy a hamburger joint that I hadn't been to for 15 years. And I was blown away at how it was crazy there, man. It was nuts in that place. Now, I don't know if it's still there. Is Rapid Race still there?
Is that the diner?
No, the burger joint, the famous burger joint. See you, Shalisa.
To be completely honest with you.
Good night, Shalisa. Thank you for coming in, sweetheart.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. To be honest with you, I moved to Saco in March, and I quarantined here, and then I went back to work, and I haven't done a whole lot of exploring or anything.
Rapid Race is good. It's used to be a cart that went to a big Winnebago that then went to a brick and mortar.
I was still here
since I was a kid. But that's the last time I went to Saco was right because your downtown Saco's downtown is still alive.
Yeah. No, see, I live on the outskirts by the Scarborough line.
So you don't live off of Industrial Drive?
No, I live off of 1 by the Scarborough line, so I don't go.
Okay, I got you.
It's easier for me to go in town to Scarborough than it is in town Saco.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. I used to live in Foxcroft in Scarborough.
Yep.
Right around the corner from the bagel, the House of Bagel there, whatever the hell it is there.
Yeah, mainly bagels or whatever.
When I was doing things I shouldn't be, the only thing I knew about how to do was we'd go up and bet on the fucking Trotters.
Yeah, Scarborough Downs is only like 7 minutes away from my door.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that was the back way. I used to go cut through there to get to Men's Warehouse on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. True, it is over there.
Yep.
If I'm going to Scarborough, we're going to Hanford, or I'm going to play golf at Willowdale.
Yep.
I don't do the golf. Don't like chasing balls.
We're going down. Listen. So we need your truck. Is what's his name still in here? Is Clyde still here?
Yeah.
Clyde, we have a truck. There he is. My compound is a Calamine, Arkansas. All we have is a sign saying Calamine. Really? Calamine, Arkansas.
How far from Harrison is that? I used to live in Harrison, but
I know I've never been. Well, I shouldn't say I've never been south. I've been to Florida and shit. But Mikey,
Holy
tell us
shit.
some of the stories where you get drunk and go down to the dog track and bet on the race. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Anytime you get drunk and go bet on the races, there's only one big thing that happens: loss of money.
No, I used to go to the Rock all the time too. Bet on the horses.
I never was big on that.
They're all closing now. Rockingham closed. Suffolk Downs is closed. Rockingham turned into a fucking. They turned Rockingham into a fucking apartments and shit.
Suffolk Downs, I thought they were going to put the casino there, but they didn't. They put it somewhere else.
Yeah, they put it fucking a mile and a half down, 2 miles down the fucking street. Stupid.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Suffolk's on 1A. They put if so. So if you're coming out of Boston from like the Cape and you come out of the tunnel and you get up on the bridge, look right, like you're looking at the Charlestown.
Yeah.
So the Bunker Hill Monument is right there.
Yeah,
So left of Bunker Hill Monument, you'll see it in the distance.
Yeah, I've driven by it a few
It's
times.
right in the Everett line, the Everett Boston line.
Yeah.
But
all right. Well, my phone and my iPad are both dying. So
all right, kid.
I got to call it a night. I got to take the dog out.
Listen, safe travels up there. I'll get a hold of you.
Yeah, for sure.
I still got your number.
All right.
Nice meeting you.
Yep, nice meeting you.
Yeah, I've known Brian a long time. He's been a YouTuber for a while. And
now, what channel does he have?
well, he hasn't done it in a while because he got divorced.
Okay.
And then he moved. And
what channel did he have?
NH Trapper.
Okay.
I
don't know what the hell you're looking at. Well, there you go. I'm not giving you my damn cracker.
Big dog and leather kind. What's up, kid? Where you been? Stump's here.
Stop. Okay, 60 miles from Harrison, Arkansas. Okay. Well, that ain't nothing. That 60 miles ain't nothing in Arkansas.
I don't know. I've never been to Arkansas itself.
Well, see, I used to live in, I say Branson, Missouri. People go, oh, wow, you live in Branson. It wasn't Branson when I lived there.
Jesus, how many places have you lived in your short life?
A lot. But in a series of a run, if you're familiar with the Arkansas-Missouri border, there's a tiny little town where I went to school right over the border called Kirbyville, just outside of Branson, Missouri. We had the churn shop up on Branson Mountain, and we had to move around quite a bit with the churn shop. We would go out and get locust out of there and black walnut and stuff like that. Bring it back, and we did all of our own milling and all that for the churns.
Black walnut. That's fucking great to build with. Don't tell anyone, but there's a movie based on a Boston crew, and then there was a movie one day of Mikey Featherstone guys, and it's based on Mikey. Thanks, bud. Yes, that's right, Gear Grind. Thank you for helping me out. He used to work for Ruger.
Oh,
up in Newport, New Hampshire.
it's good to meet somebody else from Maine here.
And so, well, when I finally had the money, he was just changing jobs. He was just leaving, and I had the money for. He was going to give me a. He's going to give me a great deal on a 17 HMR.
Oh wow.
I should have taken it because now I can't go buy one. I'll have to have you buy it for me. Well, you know, I'll give you the money. You purchase it. There's a difference.
Put it in the holding area.
Right. So how'd the show? How was the show? Good?
Good. Yep, it was good. Talked for a while about Van Halen, some of that stuff, and some of the different bands, and then of course, as always, it went left, and we just became a bunch of babbling, goofy idiots, like we always do.
Yeah,
that was sad, man. That was really, really, really sad.
I didn't know he was battling cancer that long.
Oh yeah, that was a long time. Yep. But we were just talking about some of our favorite songs, you know, stuff like that.
No arguments about who the you know what spot in the greatest guitarist he was.
No, we don't really have arguments on the show or any of that. I mean,
well, I don't mean arguments, but you know, like
we have our. Well, everyone had, you know. Some people say no, he's not. I don't say he's the greatest guitar player that ever lived. I don't say Van Halen's the greatest band that ever lived. I say this: Eddie Van Halen did a lot of things on the guitar, and when you have as many people that went, he's awesome, he's the best. You don't accidentally have that many people say it. There's a reason why people say it.
Right. He did. He changed a lot in how the guitar was played.
Right. He was ridiculously talented.
Yeah.
They, some people you have two. Right. You also have two genres. Okay. You have Van Halen and Van Hagar. Well, people get upset. People get upset about both of them. But reality is this: there was an awful lot of ridiculously popular songs in both genres. All right. And if you want to go by like songs that really became something special, I mean, if you do you remember the song "I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing in Perfect Harmony"? Yeah. It was Coca-Cola Milestone song. All right. Yeah. When Coke, a world brand, says,
but where did that song come from?
I understand it. Right. But when Coke says that song represents us and we're a world brand, we want to use your song to promote our brand. That happened to Van Halen. Right. With Sammy Hagar. Wow. They became Coke, a world brand. Said, right now is the song we want to have to represent Coke at this point in our. So I mean, that's a big to do. Not a lot of companies get to go. Yeah, I wrote a song. Yeah, represents Coke. That's a big thing to have in your back pocket.
Big Dog Lillikind, what's up, kid?
What's going on, Jen?
Stump's gonna laugh his ass off because I called him kid too, and he's like, "Oh, Mike's the only guy I know that calls a 45-year-old man a fucking kid." That's how we talk up here in the Northeast, motherfucker.
Calls me kid.
I call everybody kid. I don't give a fuck.
I'm 56, so
I know he's 3 years older than me. I call him kid. Trevor, what would I use my 17 HMR for? Just small. You know what I mean? Small shit.
Looters.
Coyotes, looters, shit like that. And for the kids, my two daughters, because obviously I can't let them shoot a fucking 30-06 or a fucking shotgun or anything with a fucking recoil.
Not right now.
Not right now. So at the time, I thought the 17, obviously, well, I mean, I know the 17 has no recoil, but But I fell in love with the 17 HMR when I was up shooting with Ed, working class woodsman. I absolutely fell in love with the gun.
It's a great rifle. It's enough of a round. I wouldn't stand in front of it. So
No,
Well, I mean, the same can be said for any round, though. I wouldn't want to stand in front of a 22,
Nope.
right? You're still getting
No,
freaking
exactly.
shot.
I remember when they were giving me some
Oh.
shit a long time ago about I was talking about birdshot. There's some people giving me a whole bunch of rash of shit. You say, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a video. So I did a video. We took actual. Now the heavy Echo sheet pans. These are good sized sheet pans, and they're a lot sturdier than your skin. All right. We put those out 40 yards, and you'd be shocked what'll happen to that. Then I put some 1/2-inch plywood out there. This is just birdshot, and it does a number on that. So yeah.
Oh yeah. If anyone wants to see what birdshot will do to you, all right, especially the turkey loaded birdshot, Google. Was it in Maine or New Hampshire? Doesn't really matter. Google them both, just in case because I don't know which one it was. But Northwoods Law, I think it was Maine. Google Northwoods Law, Maine, / # whatever. Shot by birdshot, turkey hunting. Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! A nephew peppered his uncle.
Oh yeah.
With turkey shit, which is the same fucking thing, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
All right, and peppered him with it. You could see him. I saw a video similar to what John was just saying about, except they used 2-liter bottles of water.
Yep.
And so they used a 12 gauge, and they went from 20 yards, 30 yards, and 40 yards. And at 40 yards, only 2 pellets pierced the 2-liter out of a 12 gauge. At 40 yards, every other, the 25 and the 20 and the 30 yarder.
Oh yeah.
Right through it.
Oh yeah. That's why. I mean, that's why if you're in a house, I mean, generally think of your house, okay? Wherever you're at in your house, how much distance is it to the next door?
Exactly.
How much? You don't have 30 yards. No one's standing in their kitchen going, well, yeah, I got about 30 yards. So that doesn't happen. You've got nothing like that at all. So I mean, good Lord Almighty, it's coming out. It's coming out in a packet. And I'll tell you what, birdshot will put a wild hurting on you.
I'm with Big Dog. I am not getting in front of any fucking round if
no, there is no round I want to get in front of.
Hello, Guns Girl. Just in time, Tim. You got me being fucking creepy with Guns Girl again.
What is with the whole creepy Mike?
I've been doing that. I've been doing that to her forever, and it's just I don't know.
Now, what happened to you guys last week? Were you hunting?
I was on.
How come I popped out? I didn't see you.
You were on with me last week.
What am I thinking? Which who am I thinking of?
You must be thinking of Stevie's chat on Saturday night.
Maybe that's what it was. He wasn't on.
No, he wasn't on Saturday.
Okay, that's what it is then. Okay.
Well, but yeah, so a buddy of mine shot his 3 toes off hunting geese from a coffin blind. Oh my
God. That had to suck big time.
Oh.
Did he scream my limited? You got my limit.
Damn.
Hey, what's the bag limit on toes? I'll tell you what,
that sounds fun.
That must have hurt like a sumbitch.
Oh, you know that.
And that's through a boot and everything else. Come on.
And plus, if you shot off your 3 toes, I guarantee you there was a little damage around the 3 toes as well.
And that's probably a 12 or a 20 gauge you're shooting too. I mean, that's that's coming out at a fucking high rate of goddamn speed.
Oh, yeah. That's somebody who wasn't watching the booger picker.
All right.
They weren't watching.
It's like people say, about these PCP guns, the PCP air guns, you know. And it only takes 80 foot-pounds of energy to kill a human being.
Wow.
But does that mean that because a CO2 cartridge, pellet or BB gun, or a Springer, the Springer's a break barrel,
Yep.
right? Does that mean, and they come out at 1,100 feet per second, right? Does that mean I'm going to stand in front of one because it only takes 80 pounds of energy to kill a fucking human? Hell to the no. It ain't happening.
I was shocked the day I watched a video of a guy going, "This can't be done," and he was out hunting, and he kept looking back at the camera, going, "Remember, this can't be done." And it was a great video, but I was wondering, what the hell is this guy's issue with this whole "it can't be done"? And he's out creeping around, and then he shoots a deer. He drops the deer, and he's sitting back there, and he's taking his picture. Remember, this can't be done. You know what he shot it with? An air rifle.
Yeah.
That's when I found out that they had very large caliber air rifles, and I wasn't
I
aware
showed you
of.
those.
I know. I was not aware of until
Oh my God.
I was in shock. I did not know they had air rifles like that. I was like,
50
holy
cal.
crap. I did not have a clue about that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, there's a guy on here. I can't remember what his name is. It's like Sam Woods Outdoors or something like that. And he's got video shooting like stingrays and shit with those air guns.
Yep.
Yeah. It's something else. And who was the gal? Now, this is back in 2010. I think it's 2010. I don't know if it's Bunny Hunter or something. Pretty little blonde girl that did a lot of reviews, a lot of hunting stuff and reviews with. She shot one of those. I didn't realize until later on that's what that was, and I was like, okay. Here I was thinking she had a 22 or something. Nope.
They got them now. They got they have an over and under. Okay, it's the fucking nuts. They have an over under. You ready? 50 cal on the top and a fucking bow on the bottom. An arrow on the bottom. It's the nuts.
It's like when I was in Louisiana. I brought all my gear to go fishing. It was in Mobile, Louisiana. And I showed up and all that, and we were heading out there, and he goes, "What's all that?" I said, "My fishing gear." He's like, "I'm not using any of that." These guys were fishing with shotguns.
Oh,
They were no joke. They had these giant fish. They would creep up on these fish, Mikey. This is like a log floating in the water, and they're acting like shh. Everyone's being like, and they're getting up to it, and they boom. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And then it was the only other time I ever saw anybody. He comes out. It was the very first time. I'm from Maine, so I've never seen a crossbow with a reel on it.
Oh yeah.
This was totally new to me. Yeah, but Mikey, this was in the 80s. This was totally new to me. I've never seen someone with a crossbow and it's got a reel on it. And I'm like, what the? And they're like standing up and poof, they're reeling in fish after they shoot them. I'm like, what is this? It's just all my life, bobbers or bottomfish, catfishing, chicken. Never ever in a million years did I go fishing with a shotgun or a crossbow. But yeah, that was my very first time.
So Trevor's friend, the one that shot his toes off, he lost his hunting privileges for 5 years for mishandling a firearm.
I'm not sure what it was, Guns Girl. It was really, really big. It's bigger than a person. And it was, isn't a sturgeon one of those fish that they get caviar from, though?
yeah.
Yeah. I think this is some kind of, it's got the giant scales, like some kind of, like maybe I'll say carp. It may not be a carp, but big like that, like a junk fish. I know when they brought it over, they hauled it over to the banks and gave it to some people that were there. They were rather happy to have it. So I don't know. I just thought the whole experience was odd for me. I was like, I've never rode up on a fish that was laying in the sun and shot it. And went, yeah. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
You'd be surprised what you can kill something with.
But I mean,
Well, you wouldn't be, but you know what I'm saying. People would be.
Oh, I've always just been. I mean, I've done strange fishing. You know, treble hook corn fishing out on Lake Taneycombe. I'd never done that before, and I was like, "You bait your hook with corn?" Yep. I'm like, okay.
Hey, I went out when I used to. I think I told you this. When I was a kid, I felt like I was one of the little rascals. Grandfather took us horn pouting, and for those who don't know what horn pouting are, it's catfish. And no, I don't have catfish. We don't have catfish up here like they have down in the south. Our catfish are maybe 2 pounds tops.
Yeah.
All right, tops. You'll get a big one every once in a while. It's 2 pounds.
Yeah, like this.
Everything else is small. But anywho, but I love the taste of those. Anywho,
Oh yeah, they're good.
what we were using? We were using like a 9-foot, 8-foot bamboo rod with a string on it and a hook on the bottom of the string. You put your bait on it. You just, and all you just wait. You feel the tug. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
And I felt like it was a lot of those guys use those.
We called that just literally pole fishing. That's what we called it when I was younger. Was pole fishing, and you did that when you went someplace where there was heavy bluegill or heavy crappie.
Yep.
That's where you pole fish because they're just hitting. So you're like putting it in and boom, bluegill, out it comes. Bluegill. Yeah, we pole fish like that. But I mean, some of those weird experiences I've had going fishing are just odd.
Yep.
Odd. I mean, corn fishing in Lake Taneycombe out in Missouri, I was like, I'd never even heard of going fishing with corn, but they do. They use corn on treble hooks.
Hey,
we used to put hot dogs on treble hooks when we were trying to catch turtles.
Yep. I didn't try to catch a turtle on the treble with a treble hook or a hot dog. I went fishing with a hot dog.
He said, Trevor says, I watched an old guy shoot a salmon with a 12 gauge. Didn't watch long. Didn't want to be anywhere near him when he came before and showed up.
Oh shit!
I mean, I've seen some weird stuff. I mean, strange stuff. I saw one guy. It was a catfish farm. Well, not really a farm. I shouldn't say catfish farm. Whatever that thing is, where the transition for the catfish, they grow them and they're going to put them out in the lake. So they have these ponds they keep them in for a short period of time. I don't know what they call them. You know, it's just a pond full of catfish. Maybe a pound and a half, maybe
Like a
maybe
hatchery?
a pound. Yeah, like a hatchery type thing. The guy goes in there with a damn one of those the thing that has the electrical. You put the transformer that they use to put the bars on, so it goes. I think it's a argon thing. Is it an argon transformer? They're like nice, yeah, something like that. Cranking that thing up there and putting it in the water. Them little suckers, they stun up, and then he's scooping them out
They
with
just
a freaking net.
They float to the top.
I'm like, what, dude? What the hell?
Where did was that a TV show or was that a video when I saw they were bomb fishing? But because it was an invasive species of some kind of fish in some river, and they
The
were
opening scene to Crocodile Dundee, where he's out in freaking New York Harbor throwing dynamite in the harbor.
no, yeah. No, I know what you're talking about, but no, it was some invasive species, and they were doing both. They were using electricity and they were using fucking, I don't know, some kind of fucking explosive.
I've seen this one where a guy it was hilarious. Guy had 4 gals, 4 city girls. He's like, we're going to go fishing. And they're all dressed up, all nice. And he's doing the whole thing for the video. And he's just tooling along in the river. And he's like, you girls ready to go fishing? They're like, yeah, do we got to go somewhere? He goes, nope. All you got to do is hang on. Just hang on and keep your head facing down. And you're like, what is this? And he just guns it. And I mean, Mikey, as soon as this guy guns it, there's fish. Huge fish. And I mean big fish.
Oh, yeah.
They're flying out of the
down
water.
Florida.
They're landing in the boat. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. What is the name of that fish?
I have no idea, but it was the most.
People get hurt. People get
Yeah.
hurt, you know.
Well, he told her. He told him, keep your heads down. Because apparently but I mean, when you were seeing, you can understand why he said keep your heads down, because these things jump up and the boat's coming at them. And that thing's going right. I mean, and these are not like 1 pound fish. These are like 6 or 8 pound fish that just leaped out of the water. You're doing 30 miles an hour on the boat, and it's in the air and it's right in front of your face right now.
Yep.
I was like,
the head with that. Oof.
I was in shock. I was like, wait. Asian carp's what she said. Someone said Asian carp. That's what it is. Guns girl said Asian carp. It's the most the same thing I'd ever seen in my life. He obviously did it for the video, to have the girls, you know, screaming and yelling and freaking out. But I was like, what the heck? What is that? Now, apparently it's some invasive species that somehow or other, I don't know if it was someone let the fish go or whatever, but it wound up here, and now it's actually thriving in the waters in the U.S. And apparently it eats everything in its wake.
Yes. Well, that's like the northern pike, right? So Massachusetts actually stocks ponds in Western Mass with northern pike.
Why?
Well, those fish were born pissed off.
I never understood what the point of the pike was.
The pike is a cousin to the pickerel. Oh, excuse me, the chain pickerel, as some people call it. We call it pickerel up here in the Northeast.
I live in the Northeast. I never heard of pickerel. What the
You don't live in the Northeast.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Oh, shit.
No, you don't. You know what the Northeast is? You ready? Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, yep.
Not New York. Everybody says, oh, New York. No, New York is not part of the Northeast.
No, it's not.
You are technically the Ohio River Valley.
Well, I've never heard of pickerel. What the fuck is a pickerel?
It's a fish.
Do you know what a northern pike is, right?
Yeah.
It's a northern pike that doesn't get bigger than, let's say, 24 inches, and maybe doesn't get bigger than maybe 5 pounds, 6 pounds.
It's a popular fish in your neck of the woods because they serve it in the grocery stores. That's that little. You have sardines that come in it, and then you have the can that's like a regular food can, and it'll say right on it, pickerel sauce. Popular fish in the Midwest. They love to put that on the shelves in the grocery stores.
Troop Trees, what's up? No, Gear Gryden, you're not listening to me whatsoever. From where you are, they're north and they're east. I got you. I got what you're saying, Gear, my brother. But the Northeast are the states, the only states that I named. Mario, I sent you a link. Apparently, you don't like me. It's all right.
Well, if you send it to him on Facebook, I'll tell you what, it took me 5 minutes to get it on Facebook. Because Facebook now,
I sent it to him on Facebook hours ago when he came in.
Facebook is ruined, dude. I mean, some of us, they've already made the move to it, won't let us change back anymore. And it is a freaking mess.
Yeah, the one on the computer, I don't like. I'm not liking the Facebook on the computer whatsoever.
It's terrible.
But the one on my phone, I can deal with.
I couldn't even find. It took me forever just to find the link. I couldn't even get into my other pages. I was like, where? It's all of a sudden one day, oh yeah, this is the worst fucking Facebook on the planet. So here you are. You can't turn it off now. I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't find anything. Everything where it was is there no more. And now you might have a flag somewhere on the page that represents a whole big thing you used to do. And if you don't know about that, good luck finding it.
Yep.
It's a freaking, they're always fucking something up.
Yep.
Messing it up.
My cousin just posted, speaking of Facebook, my cousin just posted a thing on Facebook. It's got a picture of Walter Cronkite. And it says, younger Americans will have trouble believing this, but there was once this guy named Walter Cronkite.
Told the news.
Who would read the news on television every weeknight.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to have an agenda or try to make anybody look bad or good. He would just read the news. And then, get this, he would all just make up your own minds about what we thought.
Yep.
He didn't interview swarmy, opinionated talking heads. He just read the news. Matter of fact, and then he would just sign off and shut up.
Oh, the other thing, what we got now is we have people that aren't even. They're not even anchors. They're not anything. They're not news people.
Nope.
They never even went to college for media. Nothing.
For journalism. Yep.
Nothing. Now it's just, I got a mouth on me. Well, you might be popular. If you get popular at all, good. Now you can be on NBC or CBS. You don't even have to be a journalist anymore.
Can you do me a favor? Mario didn't get my link. Can you try again?
If I give him the link you gave me, will it work?
I sent him a link. He said he never got it.
All right, but if I give him the link you gave me, will it work?
It should.
It should. It's not tied to your login. He'll have to log in.
So I'm going to copy that, and then I will send it to Mario.
Truth be told, I agree with you. The media is, it's not what it used to be. Not by a long shot. Not by a long shot.
Okay. Tell him to look in his email. There will be a link there.
Mario, look in your email. There'll be a link there.
I was just gonna say, isn't he watching the damn show?
Well, okay, touche, you got me there, but I'm looking at
Notice
my
how I
email.
said it. Notice I did what I was told, though, Tim, right?
Right.
No, I was looking at my email and I wasn't seeing you here, so I'm looking down at the email going, yeah, just tell him, humor me.
So an audio chat requires eye contact?
Well, now this is an audio-visual chat. Hence the
Here we
reason,
go. Here we go.
our cameras are turned on. So it's an audio-visual chat. I'm looking down and I'm not paying attention, and it's like we're just talking. So I'm telling you, tell the guy this message from. What the hell are you giving me shit for?
I think it's just funny.
I mean, God.
Yeah.
I ain't been around for a while. I got to make
Shut
up for lost time, right?
Trevor says, Mike, one of these nights I got to come in and talk to you guys instead of typing this shit. I'm just a stupid truck driver, not great at typing. Listen to me, first of all, you're not a stupid truck driver because you know what? I drive a truck too. Not as big as your truck, but I'm a truck driver too. So you're not stupid. Any fucking time you want to come in here, Trevor, you just say, Mikey, I want to come in there. This is how I do it. Ask Tim. That's how I do it. Yep. Stump was there earlier. He's like, I'm driving. Well, how the fuck is he in the fucking comments, but he's driving? I didn't understand that part.
Safer to not be driving.
It's safer to text and drive than it is to video and drive. You can put your phone on the fucking dash. With my wife bought it down the fucking dollar store, right? Dollar General, whatever. And you put it on the back of your phone, you put it into the vent, and it holds your phone there. Mario, I swear to Christ, right? When you first come in, I said to you, Mario, I sent you a link on Facebook. And then you were here for a little bit and you were gone. I know Mario left.
You want to see something cool? Check this out, people. Next door lady brought this over to me. She said the liberals, she said she got this, and she says, what is this? I said, that's a threat. And look at the bottom paragraph there. This is what the liberals sent her. How you vote is private, but whether or not you vote is a matter of public record. And then they go on to tell her voting's above average, so cast your vote. I mean, can you believe this shit?
Actually, I don't think that's a true statement.
Well, I don't know, but that's a threat.
No, that's a threat. That's a threat.
That is a threat. Saying
I don't think that.
Well,
I don't think that it's public knowledge.
it's like I got my ballot, and they're asking. I called the elections office because I told them, look, you guys send me a mail-in ballot. Can I take my ballot, my mail-in ballot, and drop it off in one of your boxes because I want to make sure my vote gets counted? They said, no, you can't do that. You when you come in here, we're gonna give you a provisional ballot, and you're gonna turn in your mail-in ballot. And I'm like, what's the damn point? I'm giving you a fucking ballot. Why do I need to get another provisional ballot to make your fucking life easy? I don't understand what's that point.
Yeah, it's all getting weird.
I'm going to tell you something. It has nothing to do with who's in office. It has nothing to do with. I don't care if it was Obama. I don't care. Pick a president. This is going to be the most screwed up.
Oh yeah.
Now, you know what you're going to see? I'm going to tell you what you're going to see. You're going to see the same thing you saw with fucking was it Gore or Bush that fucking
Bush
wouldn't give up, wanted that fucking recount on Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, you're going to see shit like that this election.
Not only that, but then I really feel that they're banking on that there won't be an actual election result by the January 3rd or some shit.
I'm going to my local school
and crazy fucking Pelosi will become president. That's what they want.
The weird thing for me is this. Now they're acting all this nuttiness, all right, about distance and blah and blah and blah and blah and blah. Now, every time I've been to vote, every stinking time I've been to vote, the only time that I was ever in a line was waiting to get in the freaking building. When you get in the building, everybody was separate. I mean, immediately, because you had to go here or go there. And then all the ballot spots with the little curtain, those are almost 6 feet apart. They're already 6 feet apart.
I'm not doing a ballot vote. I mean, I'm not doing a mail-in vote. I'm going right to the fucking.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm going there too. I'm not.
So they're giving you that option. You can either drop it off in the mailing at the elections office, but regardless whether you go there or you go in person, they're gonna give you a provisional ballot. I'm like, this is the stupidest shit in the fucking world.
Well, the other thing, I mean, Mario, they have absentee ballots all the time. I mean, this isn't new if you think about this, right? I'm not sticking up for them, believe me, I'm not. But all I'm saying is that absentee, it comes under. This is technically coming under an absentee ballot, if you think about it. Okay, so if you're going to be out of the country and you weren't going to be around, or you didn't have to be out of the country, you can be out of your own state. You can be down in Florida with the wife and kids, and you wanted to vote. You send in an absentee ballot. It's the same thing.
The military's done it for years.
I've done it before. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like,
I'm not sticking up for them, but I'm just saying that it's going to be a fucked up thing.
If I'm overseas, of course, I can't fucking technically go and vote. But the way they're making this new current system is that they're making it harder than what it is. It's not that fucking hard. A ballot is a ballot. If I come to you with a mail-in ballot and it has my fucking information, and why can't I just drop it off in the mailbox and in your fucking box? I don't understand what the problem is.
Because then you're going to get your vote counted. And what if you didn't vote the way you're supposed to?
Right.
Truth Freeze wants you to look at Truth Freeze there, Mikey.
What? Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second, John. Here's the thing, too. In my town, right, when I went to vote the primary, okay, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Are you voting Republican or are you voting Democratic?
I'm a Republican, dude.
No, this is what the woman asked me.
Oh, yeah, they always ask me that, too.
I go, Republican. What color do you think she gave me?
A blue color.
Not the right color. So I said, are you kidding me right now? They swapped colors. So on the heading of our electronic balloting, right, there's a little border on the top.
Mm-hmm.
One was red, one was blue. And they swapped them. How fucking stupid out are you going to be for that?
Yeah. Well, they're doing everything in the freaking world, man. Like here in my town, here in my little town over at the college here, last year it was completely illegal, completely 100% illegal when they were doing stuff. And then the presidential election was also illegal. They've got people standing out front going, "So how are you going to vote?" It's like, hey, dude, And I'm literally walking in going, shut the fuck up. Don't ask me questions like that. You're not supposed to be asking questions like that.
No,
You're allowed.
that's a private matter, dude. Who you
Right,
vote
you wanna
for is
ask me,
your
Johnny?
fucking business.
Johnny, what did you want to ask me before I open my?
No, I was telling you, look at the comment section for Truth Freeze. He said he's asking to come in for.
Let me go back.
Asking to pop in. 1224.
Well, I don't think Truth isn't on my Facebook, so any way I can do this is go like this. But you know what happens when I do that?
The freaks come alive. There you go, Truth Freeze. Quick. Grab it, delete it.
Freeze, you got it? Device is not connected.
Device is not connected.
Add to screen. There we go.
Oh.
Now you can delete it, Mike.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, Truth, sweetheart. How you been, by the way?
Oh, I miss ya. My goodness, I haven't seen you in
I know. I haven't seen you in like forever. Johnny, it won't let me. I have to go to the other side, Johnny. Do it. Go ahead, Truth.
Yeah.
Really quick, something I just learned. I knew all along the swab test, that some people call it Q-tip neurolobotomy test, because the Q-tip goes all the way to the back by your brain.
Right.
And they swirl it. And they did puncture one woman's brain, by the way, doing that. But
really,
that aside, I knew the tests were bogus in the sense, and not using that as an adjective, but literally unreliable enough by the maker, who just happened to die in August. He was mad at Fauci for using it for HIV/AIDS, that it was not to detect infection, viral infection. And I knew it's a method. It's not even a test. PCR, I just found out the specifics. What it is it takes a piece of your DNA. They're looking for some part of our RNA, and our RNA with this coronavirus that everybody has in them, and it gets amplified to the 20th power, to the on and on. If they do 30 cycles or under, almost everybody tests negative. If they do 60 cycles, here's the kicker, everybody tests positive. Everybody. So they're using different cycles all over the world. And so depending where you're at or what's going on, every governor, every state, Florida, the kids were at the beach. We got a test, and we got a high positive rate now, and we got to shut this down and shut. In other words, the test that they're using, this PCR, is 100% fraud. That's just what I want to say. Yeah, and people can look that up, how the test works. But this is what they're using on us. I live in New York. A school just closed down because one child tested positive. So they're using these numbers, and they're using the fraud, death certificate fraud. Everybody's heard of that. We're being liberal with the death certificates. It's these numbers of death, and every day we hear local news, our county executive gives the number of cases, new cases. This is the number today. That means nothing. It's not how many people are sick in the hospital. It's just they tested positive. Well, if the test is bogus, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That's all I just want to say is they're using the numbers for tests and the numbers for deaths to run America down.
And they're also and they're also using it. So like it was just explained to me from my wife. So if John comes down to visit me, all right, and says, "Shit, Mikey, there's a CVS across the street from your house. I can go get tested for free." Ha! I'm going to get tested. he goes and gets tested, okay, and he tests positive, that's another positive for Drake at Mass. Not a positive for Springvale, Maine. It's a positive for Drake at Mass. Do you understand?
Wait.
It's not it. This is why I go batty. I get upset. You know, because first of all, you should be
Asymptomatic.
right, but for numbers purposes, okay, you should have to identify and give an address of where you live, and you know, proof of you know, like, so if Johnny's gonna come down and see me for a day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to CVS. They should say to him, okay, sir, do you have an ID? Okay, but then here that's just that. It's just, and then when people say, "Oh, well, I have my ID, you can't test me, and I'm going to get sick and die," and you're gonna, and it's just, and that's why they're not. I swear to God, that's not why they're doing it.
You
a couple
know
of people
what?
I know have been tested and they didn't produce an ID.
There's one number that's never been really talked about. I noticed my local news talks about this, but they never talk about the number of people that have recovered from all this crap. You notice how that's never really reported?
Well,
it's not helping.
If you do your own math, right? So let's say there's 1 million people got it, right? And let's say there's, 200,000 that died from it, right? Well, 800,000 people recovered from it.
Well, see, here's my thing. The reason why I bring
I'm
it
not
up
being a wise ass. I'm not being a wise ass. I'm just saying.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I know you're not being a wise ass, but one thing you guys are not looking at this is that all the recovered patients have to go through the health department. So therefore, the health department of every county has these numbers. But why are they not being reported in the national news? They're reported on the local news.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I never see this on the national news.
Right. I'm telling you that it's
Plus, the 200,000. I think the flu's about 100,000 on average. That 200. We know that death certificates are fraud now because all doctors, medical examiners, and doctors were told in March. They were given a form by the NVSS, and I forget it stands for National Vital Statistics, something, how to fill out a death certificate for the first, and it was if the person is suspected of or died with corona.
Right.
Heart attack, cardiac arrest, motorcycle accident, whatever, and they test positive. You list that cause of death. So of that 200,000, how much is mixed in there? That's what I'm saying. Right. The numbers, they're going by the numbers.
You'll never know the numbers.
No.
And the difference is when H1N1 hit, you died from H1N1. You didn't die from, like if you were in a motorcycle accident, you died from a motorcycle accident. You didn't die of H1N1. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do that.
Right.
All this crap didn't happen with H1N1. You either had it and died from it, or like what Mario's saying, you got better. I don't remember the whole spiel about numbers being fudged and everything on the H1N1, but I'm going to tell you, this is just phenomenal. I mean, I know somebody that died.
It's manufactured.
Yeah.
It's people say it's about Trump. Guess what? This is global. This happened.
Yeah, saying about it's not. I don't think it has anything to do with Donald Trump.
No, I don't.
He ain't that good.
They're using it, but no, it's global.
They're using it, yes, but it has nothing to do with. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion.
A lot of the deaths in Italy, 97%, something like that, is what some of the Italian health ministry and Parliament and Senate complained about. They said was from older people in the Lombardy region or where it's highly polluted. A lot of older people. The death rate wasn't far different from what it normally is. They just attributed it to. So see, it's how to lie with statistics, how to lie with mapping and like global warming, how to prove global warming's killing us. They pull stuff out of their hat. They get government doctors and scientists, Department of Health, and there you go, boom. But guess what? In my area, it don't matter. I live in Western New York, the opposite side of New York City. I knew come spring, summer, the people in my area aren't going to be wearing masks. Boy, am I wrong. To this day, 99.5% of everybody I see going into a store wearing a mask. And the mask kills you. Well,
there's a few reasons why they're wearing a mask, though, right? Truth. So A, to protect themselves or whatever, okay. But B, and I had said this on the chat. I don't know if you were in the comment section when I had said this. If the person that owns that establishment has that right to say you're not coming in here.
No, wait. Here's
Truth,
what.
hear me out. Truth, hear me out.
Right.
The person that owns that establishment, I don't give a fuck if it's a restaurant, I don't give a fuck if it's a CVS, I don't care if it's I don't care, whatever it is, it's an establishment. The person that owns that establishment has the right to post on a window, plaque, whatever, you can't come in here without a mask. And you know why? Because if you remember correctly, every summer, right? Every spring, every summer, well, depending upon where you live in Florida, they're always there, I guess, right? But around here, up here in the Northeast, it's no, in the summertime, it's no shoes, no shirt, obviously meant for men, right? No shoes, no shirt, no service. Therefore, right. Therefore, therefore they can put a sign in their window. If you don't have a mask on, you ain't coming in.
No. Let me tell you why. I looked into this. I am telling you, I hate law. Deprivation of rights under color of law. It is section 18 U.S. Code 242. This is when whoever under color of any law, statute, ordinance, regulation, custom, willfully subjects. Wait, really the quick of it though, if you are providing a service or selling goods to the public, you cannot discriminate on race, religion, color, nation of origin. You cannot discriminate on medical condition, disability, ADA. It violates many crimes. Many. It's not just.
It's not violating. Listen, I'm not trying to stick up for them, but I'm just saying it's not violating. It's not violating anybody's right.
No, it's crimes. It's crimes on 5 ways. 5 ways. 18 U.S. Code 242. Deprivation of rights under color of law, and Civil Rights Act 1964, Title 2. And then
what does that read though? What does the law read?
Okay, whoever under color of any law, statute, ordinance, regulation, or custom willfully subjects any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured or protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States, or to different punishments, pains, or penalties on account of such person being an alien or by reason of his color or race than are prescribed for the punishment of citizens shall be fined under this title of imprisoned not more than 1 year or both. And if bodily injury results, masks can be proven to cause bodily injury from the acts committed in violation of the section, or such acts include the use of, but then it goes by, they can be fined under this title or imprisoned for any term of years or life or both, or may be sentenced to death.
Okay,
it's
but here's the thing:
of our rights.
Let me ask you this then. Okay, is it a violation of your right when you walk into a store and it says no shirts, no shoes, no service?
Well, no, because that's a basic.
Well, why not?
Because it's been an agreed upon, athlete's foot. This shirt, I don't understand.
Agreed upon with whom?
Come in with a swimsuit, right?
Agreed upon with whom? Who's the agreement upon?
But wait a minute.
No. I'm asking, who's the agreement upon? But between who?
The people and the businesses.
Yeah. Okay,
but you can't claim private. You can do whatever you want if you provide and sell.
Okay. I'm going to explain something to you. It's the exact same thing as this. Okay, it's the exact same thing as this. And I gotta.
Hear
me out. It's exact.
The mask is a medical device.
Hear me out. I'm going to say one more thing. Hear me out. I'm going to say one more thing. I'm going to let John speak because I know he's chomping at the bit over there. All right. It's the exact same thing. I don't believe it. I don't believe in it. But when it comes to people's property, I believe in it. Whether it's kind of like the First Amendment.
Yeah,
I don't
but
believe
wait.
Just hear me out. I don't believe in the first. I don't believe in what the sewerage and everything that the KKK spills out of their mouth. But I do believe they have a right to protest.
Yes.
Do you understand? Okay. So it's just like Target, right? And I think Walmart does it now too, right? Big huge sign out front of Target now, right? No carrying of firearms in this building. Why can they do that? I have a right to carry my firearm. The state of Massachusetts gives me a right to carry a gun. Blah 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 blah. You know why? Because they own it and you don't.
Well,
and it's not public property. Hang on.
Amen.
It's not public property. The stores wearing a mask comes under that same thing. Go ahead, John.
Well, let her finish. Let her finish.
Okay. So we're under. I've heard that argument. People say, well, they're a business. They can do what they want. They're not, public or corporate. Well, first off, a lot of them are corporate, like Walmart, Target, Home Depot. But if they provide a service or they sell a good to the public, they are not allowed to discriminate. If you need to breathe and that mask harms your brain cells and prevents you from breathing, they can't even under HIPAA ask you, what's your medical? Show me proof. Nazi times. But beyond that, shirts, shoes, I'm not sure exactly where that falls under. It just was a common agreement.
I'm going to guess the Board of Health, just to throw it out there.
Yeah, but who, the departments of health, they're government scientists. Fauci is a war criminal. He killed thousands, hundreds of thousands of men under AIDS using this PCR. And yet he's standing there on the stage. We'll never shake hands again. Who are our Department of Health officials? They're all, look at them. They're government scientists. But here's the thing. The businesses, if they provide a service or they sell a good to the public, they are not allowed to say, because you don't got legs, you can't come in my store. Or because you're black, you can't come in my store.
Correct.
You are a Christian, you can't come in my store.
Correct. But wearing a mask isn't any of those things, sweetheart.
Yes, it is. It violates Christianity for those who believe it's a ritual. It violates your right to breathe. I don't care if you got a medical condition or not. When you put that mask on, verifiably, it is proved you are harming within minutes your body's carbon dioxide, oxygen level.
Where do you live, hon?
OSHA, the ADA, and then HIPAA comes in, and you got the color of law, that 18 U.S. code, and you got the civil rights and equal.
You live in New York, right?
Yes, I do under Como. Yes.
Okay. You have winter in New York, right?
Yeah. So
you went to New York, right?
Yes.
It gets pretty goddamn chilly up in especially northern New York, right? Up in upstate New York.
Yep.
You're gonna sit there and tell me that people don't breathe through scarves walking down the street.
See, you're conflagrating.
I'm not conflagrating anything.
If I wear a scarf to protect my lungs from the cold, and I'm guess what? When you do that, first off, you're still getting a lot of air coming through. When it's cold out,
why would you wear a mask too?
That's by choice. You're not being forced by Nazis to do that.
You are when you're wearing a mask too. Go ahead, John.
That's Department of Health.
Let John. Go ahead, Johnny.
All right. Everybody's got a point. Okay. Everyone has a point, and you do. I know what her point is. She's referencing the carbon monoxide buildup around the mask and the constant not having the fresh air and clean air and all that. Yeah, you're being told to do something. So automatically when you're told to do something, you're being forced to do something. What's happened, though, and why a lot of these businesses are doing this, that's not aware. People are not aware of this. And it's here in Maine, where I'm at, talking to businesses here. What they've done here is this. Businesses tried to let it be not such a big deal. They didn't want people to have to do it if you didn't want to do it. And what happened here is now the government stepped in and said, you will do this. and you will make sure every customer does it. If not, well, I'm just you got to realize now you got governors that are in what they're calling a state of emergency.
They're in a tyrant state, but yeah.
Well, I know, but you got to realize what's happening. You're not aware of what's happening. I'm actually one of the people, so everyone can say what they want, but I'm one of the people. Mikey, you saw my paperwork for speaking out, for disagreeing with this. I had cops at my house, and they weren't messing around.
Son of a bitch.
So you have to realize is this: what's happening is the businesses. Okay, if you were a business owner,
I want you. Constitution book,
but hold on. You got to realize if you're a business owner and you're in this state, what they're going to do is say to you, "How many people are in here?" There's 4 people in here without masks. You go, I don't have to. You're going to get a $40,000 fine, $10,000 per person.
Right, you lose your business.
That's right. So what are you going to put?
What is that by? That's by decree of the governor using the Department of Health and the police.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Right.
And I 100% understand what you're saying. And I'm not saying let's all go for the.
We're not disagreeing.
What I'm going to say to you is this: you're going to lose. You can yell Constitution all you want, all right, as they're putting the cuffs on you. And you've got a governor who's sitting in power right now and is using a national issue and an emergency, whatever you want to call it, to use executive privilege to say this will happen. So what's going to happen is you're going to receive fines, and then if you have more people in your store, they're going to close you. And you'll be able to look at your children and go, but listen, we can't pay the bills and we're going to lose our house. But look,
okay,
we stood up for the Constitution, our Constitution rights, and
when you look at your children and they come with the vaccine and they take your children out of your home because you didn't go along, we're in this fight no matter. And it's because what you just said, it's because enough people don't stand up and say, screw this mask, medical device. You are not telling us to do this.
Funny how you just said taking the children away from that guy.
They're using the Department of Health and thugs and the governor to close down.
Truth, you're right.
Truth,
I'm with you. Listen to me. Truth, I'm with you. But all I'm saying is like what John just said.
So capitulate to tyranny. Listen,
but listen.
Governor, what did the federal judge just say to him? You had none of this lockdown, none of this you did is constitutional. And if it was war or a pandemic, you don't have the right to do it. And it's not even a pandemic. They changed the definition, the CDC and the WHO. But beyond that, how much are we going to go along? At what point? Because we want to close our business.
But hold on, you got totally lost there, and you went off into I was talking about the businesses. These people aren't trying to hurt you; they're doing what they're forced to do.
Right.
That's where we were, and you've gone off. You're
following orders. Yep, following orders.
But they have to to live.
But listen.
No.
Yes.
Not when you put a mask on your child.
Okay. Truth. Here's the bottom line. What John and I are trying to explain to you. Here's the bottom line. If I'm a business owner, and the government is telling me I have to do this, or we're going to close your business, and I can't feed my children, I can't house my children, I can't clothe my children, who do you think comes first in my life? My children.
No, stand
my
there.
family.
What? And tell people to wear a mask.
Exactly.
I get it.
So if you don't wear a mask in my store, you ain't coming in.
In 3 minutes with that mask, brain cells dying. But that's okay. And it's a medical device.
And I don't want to see a mask on anybody in the wintertime.
But remember the medical device also thing. That thing right there has also got problems. Because when it's used to rob a bank, it's not a medical device. But when it's used in this capacity to block spew from coming out of your mouth, you're calling it a medical device. Some of these are sleeves off of, like literally a sleeve off a shirt. They're not
of the government doctors.
No. You can't put words in there. You can't put words in there. I'm just saying, a mask is used to hide your face. Robbers use masks. It's not necessarily a medical device.
Yeah, you can't go into a bank with a mask. So my credit union, you step in and
But if you walk in,
yeah,
and if you walk in with the bank with a mask on, you go medical device. You're going to have a different issue then. So what's happened is everybody's got a point on a way how it violates or whatever.
Wow.
That was not the reason we had this conversation to begin with. It was to say the businesses aren't trying to hurt anybody. They're just trying to survive and stay open.
Right. Because the governor is trying to kill them. So the more we go along with the governor, look, we're capitulating to tyranny. I am telling you, if you took enough businesses, enough people said, screw these lies. We are not masking. We're not going to mask. And you're going to come and send your Department of Health police thugs and fine us 10,000, which may be a death knell on a small business. But we're going to all stand together. We got to do like Pennsylvania did. Somehow somebody got the governor of Pennsylvania had to go before a federal judge, and he told him last week, I think it was a week ago, all this is unconstitutional. The whole lockdown, the whole shutdown businesses, the whole distancing, the plexiglass, all the bullshit. You know what the hoops small businesses got to go through? Gyms finally got to open. You got to wear a mask when you do your cardio. Are you kidding me? 2 14-year-old boys just died in gym. Wear masks. But you know what? It's because there's not enough of us. If there was enough of us saying, no, we are not going to do this. And hey, boss, we're going to report you to OSHA for unsafe oxygen levels with the mask on under 19.5%. OSHA standards. There are so many laws being broke by these. It's because emergency. Where's the emergency? How long is this emergency lasting? Are we really even in a pandemic? The World Health Organization changed.
Probably you're not. But like I said, I wasn't disputing any of that. You're taking it like I'm I'm saying the businesses are not trying to hurt you.
So let's go along and bend over and grab our ankles.
Well, no. Hold on. You're making a finalization for people we don't even know. They're not doing that. Some of these are good people that were closed from March.
But the government is working on killing them off if they haven't been killed off yet. The small business.
It comes down to this too, right? So you live up here our way, we'll say. You're not in the Northeast, but you're our way anyway, all right? Now, do you remember when, I don't know how old you are, but do you remember when Vermont was the last state of the union to raise their legal drinking age from 18 to 21? Do you know why they did that? Do you know why they did that?
Because they tri-state Como, like if we don't get enough of
because the federal government because the federal government told the governor, if they didn't raise the drinking age to 21, there was no more federal aid to the state of Vermont.
Make the prostitutes. What
was he supposed to do? So it's the same thing, right? The same thing with the store owners. They're being forced to tell people to wear a mask, but they still have to live. They still have families. They still have to feed their
masking
family.
The children in school right now.
My kids go to school in a mask.
Go to school.
Hey, my wife's a nurse. She wears a mask fucking 8 hours a day, and she's a teacher. So, mask to her is nothing, and she's not dying. Doctors and nurses wear masks all day long.
Just said we're in a self-induced carbon dioxide anesthesia. It kills brain cells absolutely.
No, because they're breathable.
Moments with the thinnest mask, an OSHA worker used his probe, not the oxygen, your pulse oxygen level after wearing a mask, but under your mask, the oxygen level within seconds with those thin, stretchy masks. It goes down to 17. That is brain damage. We're self-suicide. We're going along to get along. So our small businesses don't get closed down. Instead of banding together, saying, hell no, just enough people. Pennsylvania governor was told, everything you did, the lockdown, the closing business, the song Corona dance in New York, the governor Como, he tried to make it like you can't even have a live band at a business. If one person comes up and dances or doesn't have their mask on, boom, we can come and close your business down. What is that? It's tyranny. If you don't recognize it, they're using this, and the masks kill. That I am so offended by masks because they harm our breathing, our oxygen. What's the saying? 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, 3 minutes without oxygen. Oh yeah, we can breathe fine because you get into a self-induced carbon dioxide and we're going to allow that to our children. I've seen pictures, images of infants masked. I've heard of women in labor being masked in the hospital. I know people died who needed in March, medical help, but because they didn't have corona. Oh no, we got to save room for the corona victims. I'm sorry, I'm jumping off the bandwagon, but literally, legally, and with our God-given rights, we're being played, and small business is being attacked, and it ain't going to be okay to go along with these tyrant governors because they can make hoops to dance through that will never end. Like, don't stand up and dance without a mask on. Boom, we shut you down. Don't advertise in my area. If you have a music venue that's going to play at a bar or restaurant that was allowed to open up at whatever capacity, if you advertise, we'll shut you down. If it's incidental music. I mean, as far as music, Como's going, it never ends. It doesn't end with these tyrants. We cannot go along with it. People got to get informed. And I'm sorry. Didn't I just say
that was what you just said right there was really important.
Yep.
That was a big thing. That is what people need to do. Is people need to not listen so much and learn to look things up and learn for themselves what things are. That's the best thing people can do.
I've got an edge because I threw away the TV and the cable like 13 years ago. And so I try to understand, where are people coming from? Why do people think this and that? And forgetting, once in a while, I'll go into a business and they'll have, the TV on, especially morning shows. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is awful, the stuff that they're hearing. And I don't realize because I'm away from it, right? But, oh my goodness. It's a lot. It seems like common sense, but okay, Constitution. Okay, our children don't even know how to read. My husband kept saying, like, they don't know how to read time anymore. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They don't look to tell time from a clock, the analog, right? And I'm like, okay, I get it now because they're digital. They're used to digital. Children today haven't learned cursive for like 20 years. I find that astounding. Common Core math. Okay, I get all this. So we got like half of our nation is filled with people that are like not critical thinking. It's scary.
It is.
But
listen, you know what? It's 1 a.m.
Yes, it is. Oh, you're
Mikey did 2 jobs today.
Okay. Can you really quick, one more time? Can you just quick mention that pelican story? I love it. It's so funny.
Which one?
Quick version. Pelican at the beach. You were at the beach, you had a sandwich, and a pelican came up to you. Like,
oh, when I was with my girlfriend down in Tampa at Madeira Beach. Is it Madeira Beach or Clearwater? One or the other, yeah. We were sitting there eating our lunch, and the fucking pelican took my lunch. So I took the pelican.
Did you say you punched him?
I slapped it right in the face. So you got to understand, these pelicans, they weren't like timid like a seagull.
Oh
And like
no!
the-
Oh no!
These pelicans would land on your fucking table as you're eating. And so I went like this because he ate my goddamn sandwich.
And they got this skin. They have this skin thing underneath there that as soon as they get that mouth open, that thing just goes woof. They can hold a nice mouthful there.
And the seagull one, that same girl, her brother, and I were surf casting up in Gloucester, Mass. And we're fishing, and seagull got my bait. And I just bought the line and all everything, and I'm like, well, fuck you, I'm getting my shit back. And I'm reeling this fucking thing in, and fucking I hear this voice, hey, you let that go? I go, let what go? No, there's nothing. I'm not cutting this line. I'm like, no. And I turn my head, it's the fucking game warden. And I'm like, what? He goes, they're protected. I goes, dude, do you know how much money's on the end of that line?
Not only that, but if you cut the line, the
That's what I said to him.
Probably
right?
die anyways.
I go, so you want me to cut the line so the line can wrap around his neck or whatever and whatever?
Yeah.
I said, oh, he's going to eat that and it's going to go in his intestines and he's going to die a slow death. He's going to die a quick death in a half a second here. 2 bills I got.
What did the game warden say when you said that?
I got $200 fine.
So it's not about animal. This is not that they care about that.
But listen, it's 1:03.
Yes, it is.
I gotta get up and go to soccer
I'm
in
sorry.
6 hours.
I did not mean to nag or anything.
You did fine.
You're never gonna let me on a show.
It's all good. It's all good. Thanks everybody for coming on. Mario, Big Dog of Leatherkind, Shalisa, Gunpowder Beauty, and everybody.
Mario, Big Dog.
Yep. And you guys out in the chat will make it for us to be able to do all this stuff every week. So cool beans. And we'll you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get the hell out of here. We're gonna say, hey, have a great weekend. We'll see you all next week.
God